me a liar. You're the apple of my eye. You're the apple of my eye. I want you. Give up my money, give up my name. Take it away, I give it away. I give it away, I give it. I'm a sympathetic animal. I'm a sympathetic, I know. I'm a sympathetic fool, I know. Breaking the chain, I'm breaking the chain. I'm breaking. Give it away, I give it away. I give it. When I see you, man, I see you. When I see you, man, I see you. You're the apple of my eye. You're the apple of my eye. I want you. I give all my money, give all my name. Take it away, I give it away. I give it away, I give it. I see you again, I see you again, I see you. Give it away, I give it away, I give it. When I see you, when I see you, when I see you, man, I see you later. When I see you, man, I see you later. You're the apple of my eye. You're the apple of my eye. I want you.
Good evening. I can do it. Hey guys, what's up? This is Matthew,
Woo! And Steve-O.
and this is Socially Awkward, episode 127.
That's right, kiddos.
I feel very weird because I never do the openings.
Well, I figure you take initiative because you invited a special guest on the show
I
because
did.
Eric is dead. He couldn't handle the draft stuff we were doing, so
He couldn't, or you couldn't.
no, I figured it out.
You did.
Yeah, I already have my team logo and
I
my
saw
team
that.
name and everything like that.
I saw that.
It's nothing like witty or smart, but I was just like, I need to nerd this up because I was like, oh, Avengers logos, and I just picked Iron Man and everything like that. So
It was good. It
we'll
was
see what
good.
happens. But
Well, thank you for tuning in and spending the evening with us if you plan on doing that. If not, and you're listening at another date, hello, and thank you for listening. We really do appreciate it, and I think it's very rad. But yes, we do have a special guest. It's a buddy of mine, and he goes by the name of Nick.
Hello, friends.
What's up, dude?
Hey, thanks for having me on, guys.
Absolutely.
no problem.
Absolutely.
We'll see how he gets through the first half of the show, and then he'll be like, I'm out of here. You know,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
These
Again-
guys,
again,
they're
what-
not true professionals.
So basically how the show goes, we usually do like an hour, introduce you, get all of the stuff you're about and everything like that, and then we go to a break, and then people like, hey, if you want to stay, if like you have other plans, you got to go, we understand. We're not going to hold it against you. You're like, no, I'll stay, for the rest of the show. One person took me up on that offer. It was my own dad. He left after the first half hour. He's like, yeah, I'm out of here.
Son, I gotta go.
He's like, yeah, I think your mom was right. We should have had that abortion. Ah.
Oh,
But,
no, man.
yeah.
We
But
like that you're alive in the world.
Well, I do. I mean,
Yeah, shit, I would hope so.
You're a little biased, though.
a little
so.
biased. But of course, you can find us on sociallyawkward.com, 4iRadio.com, Facebook, Twitter, Spreaker, iTunes, Stitcher, Zune Marketplace, BlackBerry Podcast, Blueberry Podcast, Miro Guide, PodDirectory.com, Double Twist, YouTube, Swell Radio, SoundCloud, and Player FM.
You know what we need to do? We just need to pre-record that and then just
With Eric, yeah.
just do a drop.
What
also-
I want to know is, where can't you be found?
MySpace.
Oh,
Do we get rid of SoundCloud?
Well, it's still on here, so
Oh.
I'm still promoting it or whatnot.
Oh,
And of course,
yeah.
we're brought to you by Revenge Lover Designs, illustrates and designs that fit your personality. For samples and inquiries, visit revengelover.com.
Yes.
But yeah, so let's just go through how was your week?
It was good. Busy week. I'm like last week I talked about I got like a little bit of a promotion at work. So
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. So I'm
We don't have a studio audience yet.
gearing up for that. Had a new meeting a board meeting that I attended on Wednesday night, which was very, very interesting. I won't go into it too much, but a lot of people were upset with certain things, and it was very interesting to just sit back and watch and get a feel for how this new gig's going to go. So it's going to be a challenge, but I welcome it, and it's going to be good. It's going to put my brain to the test and, work on my personality and my communication skills and things like that. So
First off, you will never have to work on your personality. I think it's flawless.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
You're a darling.
I try, I'm pretty personable. But...
No, Matthew's just a very bubbly person or whatnot. Like I said, he'll get angry at something, but he'll be like, yeah, okay, I'm over it.
Well,
it doesn't last
It's
long.
funny you bring that up. So,
oh, shit.
Remember a while ago when I talked about how I got word that I wasn't very sociable in the office.
And you were like, you flipped a table. I think you stabbed a woman with a stapler. I don't know how, but you did.
I broke that monitor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't good. So there was a coworker's birthday today, and I went by the cubicle, and I was, saying happy birthday and just kind of chatting a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And another coworker came over, and they started kind of prodding at me because I don't really talk to them too much while I'm in the office. Mm. And I talked with my assistant a lot because it's my assistant. And
wait, you have an assistant?
Well, it's not okay.
I got super excited. I was like, what?
She's like my right-hand person. We work in tandem together.
You're number one.
She's like my number one. I wouldn't be so successful at my job without my number one.
Okay.
So I just say assistant because we work together. But she's not really my assistant.
Okay.
We just work in tandem. Anyways, but I communicate with her and talk with her quite a bit because it's what I do. Mm-hmm. We gotta work together. And I may not talk to the other admins and stuff for other managers and stuff for the company. So they were talking about that, and they were just prodding, and it made me feel very bad because I'm a very sociable person. I mean, you guys have both known me for quite a while, and I'm pretty fun. Mm-hmm. I'm like tons of fun.
Is fun the right word?
What would you say?
Oh, no, fun is good. Keep going.
I'm pretty rad. I'm just kidding. No,
and humble.
I'm okay.
But hashtag humble brag.
It made me feel bad because when I get to work, I focus on work. I get in there and do my job, and I don't really putz around and
socialize kind of thing.
I get in there and do what I want to do, and I want to be able to leave at a reasonable hour and go home and have my life. I don't want to just be there and work. I don't want my life to be work. I want to work within my life. So I'm trying really hard, and I need to continue to do this to find the perfect balance of where I can be me who gets the job done, semi-workhorse, and also get to interact and get to know my coworkers a bit better.
So you made some flashcards, and you go up and you say,
should.
How about that sports team, huh?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
That is a good idea. Under the cubicle wall so they can't see it. So, did you watch
David?
Did you watch the reality show last night?
How is your son or daughter?
Yeah,
we did talk about her son. So
but I know what you mean though. It's really weird because with an office setting, they expect you to do work, but they also want you to be involved with things as well. Be nice to people, be courteous, be like, oh hey, how's it going, stuff like that. Because it's if you're too social, they're like, this guy doesn't do any work at all. He's just talking.
Yeah.
If you're too into your work, they're like, that guy hates everybody, kind of thing. Which is funny because that's actually happened to me. Where I think I'm an easygoing person, I really don't get pissed off at people at work too much. Even if they do piss me off or rub me the wrong way, I'm like, okay, well, this is a work environment. I'm gonna have to work with these people. One guy I've had one interaction with, and he's already told another coworker, he's like, yeah, I don't trust that Steve guy, man. He's got such a bad attitude. I'm like, now I have a bad attitude. Fuck you, buddy. And I hope you listen to this podcast.
I bet he does.
I bet right now he's like, that's me!
Yeah.
That's me!
Yeah, actually, I don't know how many at my work actually listen to it, but I think there's 3 or 4 maybe. Mostly women, which is weird.
Get it.
But what's really funny is when I was sitting down for a meeting, there was this one manager that used to be my manager, but then she switched over to another department, but she was kind of not really the greatest person to be around. Uh-huh. And right off the bat, somebody's like, oh, Steve's got a podcast. I'm like, don't tell her that. I'll probably say something, not paying attention, or whatnot. Be like, oh, I can't believe this effing bitch, at one point. And then it'd be like, that's me, kind of thing. So I was like,
oh, yeah.
But
so how was your week?
My week's, it's been the same old, just working, got through a lot more Batman. I'm 90% done,
Nice.
so I'm just cranking through that and everything.
That final 10%, man.
A lot of crazy shit going on in that game that keeps
Yeah.
it still surprises me with certain stuff. I'm just like, what? Kind of thing. Really good game. But then of course I'm now on Geek Laser podcast. We've been talking about that. So of course the one topic we did talk there.
you are.
Yeah, I'm like official co-host on
cool,
Geek
man.
Laser now.
Awesome.
So I want to give a shout out to
Facebook official?
yeah.
Facebook official. Okay, good.
Facebook official. So Zach and Dick for giving me props on the show and everything.
Cool, man. That's awesome.
It's been fun with them. But yeah, so that's about it. Nothing too major. Just same old, same old. Just I'm excited for next weekend because it's a 3-day weekend finally.
Oh, that's right.
Labor
Ooh,
Day, yeah. So Monday.
forgot about that.
Those are nice.
Sweet.
Those are going to be nice. So, but yeah.
Nicholas,
Hello.
how was your week?
It was pretty good. The first couple of days at the office, the boss wasn't in, and that's always the best.
When the boss is away,
oh no,
the workers may or may not play.
I have lots to do. I was very productive.
Yeah.
But at least I didn't have to worry about my boss coming in and, under her voice basically saying, "Oh, this guy's an idiot."
Yeah.
Why did I ever hire this guy? Because she has a really deep, gravelly voice like that.
Does she?
Oh,
She like,
Nick, why are you such a fucking moron? No, not really.
oh, I was about to say, I wonder if she was like Roz from Monsters Inc., or whatnot. He's like, hello there.
Oh, yeah. Just years and years of
Yeah.
smoking.
How you doing there, Nick?
Yeah, but this voice is my Batman.
Okay.
That is my Geralt voice.
Nice.
For all you Witcher fans. Basically, and a lot of heroes in video games, they all kind of talk like this a little bit, and so that's just kind of my generic video game hero / movie hero. They all have that voice.
You got to be stern and get your point across.
world where a man has to do work.
Oh, no.
I have to do work. Starring Adam West. Did you get those TPS reports I sent you?
Fuck TPS reports.
You sick, twisted fiend! Quickly, assistant.
Rosie Perez. Shit. Oh, that's fun.
We're gonna have a lot of fun tonight.
So, one of the main reasons why I invited Nick on the show is Nick has a YouTube channel where you have been doing Let's Plays pretty much.
That is correct.
Is that the right terminology? Let's Plays?
Yeah.
Yeah? And it's called Gaming with the Guys.
It's actually called Game with the Guys. There is a Gaming with the Guys, and they predominantly do Minecraft. And
Oh, so there's two of them.
I actually have another channel also called Game with the Guys, but that has to do with my web show from 5 years ago.
See, that
and
one
I lost my
remember that.
login. Yeah, I lost my
shit.
login. So I mean, luckily it is still connected with all my Google stuff. So the 30 cents a year I make on the videos from that,
Yeah.
I still get that money. So
Hey-o.
I don't want that to be lost funds.
Don't spend that all in one place, my friend.
Yeah, that one gumball. That one gumball. But I have it's like you said, it's a lot of Let's Plays. I like to also put up glitch videos and stuff. I just put one up from I finished my first playthrough of The Witcher.
Nice.
And that game is fantastic, but there's a lot of fit and finish issues in there. But that's one of those things, just like in a Bethesda game. You're just waiting for that really stupid glitch because they're just so much fun. So I put together a compilation of all my favorite glitches that I ran across in The Witcher, and it's like 6 minutes long of just back to back fuck ups, and it's awesome.
Sweet, man.
That's so cool.
So yeah, if you want to find that, just YouTube and then it's / Game with the Guys video.
Okay.
Because my original one was Game of the Guys, and that has a lot of really fun little sketches and faux commercials that we made on a web show 5 years ago. So none of the references in there are relevant anymore.
Yeah.
But it is still kind of fun.
And you guys did that out of your last your condo.
Yeah, that was shot in my living room, and it, like I said, it's the same name, Game with the Guys, and it was originally the idea was, hey, I just want to watch the game with the guys. And so we had a live web show, and it was basically us watching Monday Night Football and getting drunk. And during the commercial breaks, we would play little sketches that we pre-recorded and little fake commercials and stuff. And we would chat with viewers and stuff like that. It was a lot of fun, but oh my god, it was a lot of work, and no one would help me.
Yeah,
God, no one would help me.
Yeah.
with all the production equipment and things like that, and obviously doing the live stream and things like that, I could understand how that's a lot of work. I mean, shoot, the Fro show, for the times that I have or do it, it takes a little bit. You know, you got to get all prepared and set it all up and do it and then tear down. And
Yeah, especially if you're running it out of your house.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want your house to look like black cables everywhere all the time. So you put everything away, and then you put it all back out
Yeah.
once a week or however frequently
Exactly.
you do it. And yeah, that setup and put down time, and everybody's just off drinking their beers. And I'm like, okay, guys, I'll just
Yeah.
work on my own show by myself here.
Yeah.
But weren't you guys doing like green screen effects and stuff like that?
Yeah, we would just go to Joann's, and you just get yards of green fabric, and just the crappy ass little video editing program that I was using would take out the green screen, and you could put fun stuff behind there. And so
Yeah.
we use that a lot, and it looks really bad, but that's half the fun.
That's part of it.
No,
yeah.
I think that's great because I always love when people are creative and stuff like that because that's like what I've been trying to do. I've been trying to get us to get going with a YouTube channel because I always I want to come up with skits. I want to do this kind of stuff, but then I'm also, okay, do I have the time to do this stuff, and do I have people that actually want to help and be in the skits and all that kind of stuff? But yeah, I do a podcast on the show called Arcade Bros, and I just finally got a Twitch channel, and I'm just trying to figure out, okay, when should I stream, when I should do this, but I already have like 2 female friends who stream, and they're just like, oh, this is, and then I made the joke going like, this is why I can't find any women. They're all streaming on a Friday night when I'm trying to hit like the bars going like, where are all the chicks at? They're at home streaming. What? Kind of thing.
Yeah, well, the Twitch thing, that's like become insanely popular. Like, I mean, ever since Amazon really acquired the company, it's just skyrocketed. I mean, they broadcast all the tournaments like, League of Legends and Dota and the World Championships of like Hearthstone. There's always something going on. But yeah, like you said, like Sammy's doing it and Kira's doing it.
Yeah, which I got all of Kira's stuff. She sent me over a thing. I told her we'd go ahead and promote her streaming stuff that she's doing because she's she's trying to get featured on Twitch now. I think
she's trying to become like a prominent like in the Twitch realm. Like,
yeah, like she's already applied like I think 7 times and she keeps getting denied, but she has like over 8,000 something followers.
Yeah.
Like she does all this stuff. Like she was just playing, which a game I want to pick up, Until Dawn. It's a new horror survival
Have you
game
heard
that
about
just
it?
came out.
I've heard about it. I haven't checked it out yet.
I
though.
saw her playing a little bit of it, and just graphics alone. But the concept is basically like you're playing like a teenage movie.
Yeah, you're like the director kind of.
Yeah,
but
it's like you play through all these different characters, and you're trying to keep them alive. And they're in this cabin in the woods, and they basically have to stay alive till dawn. So it's kind of like one of those cool, like, okay, I gotta thing, but it has like all the things like you'll
like
be
moral
playing,
choices.
Yeah, like you'll be playing like as a jock in one part, and then all of a sudden now you're playing as like the cheerleader kind of thing. So it goes back and forth through these 6 characters. So I'm just like, and I'm huge into the horror survival game kind of stuff. I just love playing those kind of things.
I logged onto IGN earlier this week, or maybe it was late last week or over the weekend. I don't know.
It doesn't
in the
matter.
past, but they did a. Is Until Dawn really that scary?
Mhm.
And there was, some of the associate editors and producers and like Naomi Kyle and
Mhm.
things like that were on there, and they were watching them play what I guess would be the demo for it, and showing the reactions for the jumpy parts and like the moral choices that you have to do during there. And it was really funny to see even guys that were like, like really, really like timid and like jumpy and like, oh, fuck this game and shit like that. And then you have some of them that are like, oh, this game's not scary, and like, but you.
Yeah, you can tell like that. Well, that's what I like about it, because I'm like, there's sometimes where you can play a game, you're like, all right, I kind of know what's gonna happen. This is gonna happen stuff. But like, I jumped into a little bit. I got to get back into it. But The Evil Within, and that just starts you off at like you literally show up at this hospital, everybody's like dead. You're like, what the fuck? Some guy just comes up behind you. Then you're hanging from like a chain upside down. You see this other guy just dragging a body, and you're like, oh shit. And literally right from that point, nonstop of like, you cut yourself down, you go running away, the guy cuts you in the leg and the chainsaw, so now you have a limp. I'm like, first off, I lost my weapon right off the bat. Now I have a limp. It's like, this game does not like you. Like out of the gates, it's like, hey, have fun, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that you're just kind of like trying to figure out what to do, and like everything's so quick paced and stuff, because it's like I ran at this one area and then like he killed me. I was like, okay, it starts over, and it's like hide somewhere. I'm all like, okay, then you hide and you see him coming like into the room like and like
Trying to
walking
look
around, and you're just sitting there in the thing, and like literally you're holding control going like, go away.
Yeah.
And then like he leaves the room, but you can still hear him. I'm like, I'm not fucking going out there. He's still out there. I
Yeah.
can hear him. Like it's pretty intense with that kind of stuff. So
I know in a lot of first playthroughs in games, I could be really timid, and especially like Fallout 4 is coming out later. When my first playthrough of any Fallout game, I'm constantly crouching, sneaking around, always. And the first time through, I always play like an absolute Boy Scout. And then as soon as I see those end credits, it's turn it back on, and now I will
Straight
kill
evil. Yeah.
everything that moves.
That's how I was with Fallout 3. The first time I saw a Deathclaw, I was like, oh my god. Like,
yeah, like
and I think it was kind of like something I was peeking over a ridge, and I just saw this massive like beast just like romping through the wasteland, like doing this like on his path or whatnot.
They're very appropriately named.
I was like, holy cow! And then I spooked it, or it caught on to me, and then just totally annihilated me with like two swipes, and I was dead. But oh man, like Fallout 3 was such a great game. Even like going down in like the metro tunnels and stuff with all the ghouls and stuff, and you can hear them, especially like if you play with like the headphones on.
Yeah.
Oh jeez.
It's really weird. I'd never been to Washington, D.C. until after I played the game.
Yeah.
And then going there after playing the game, you're like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
They were really good with this.
Yeah.
So the next one is supposed to be in Boston, so I can't wait to fight a super mutant up on the Green Monster.
For sure. It's in the game. And like I think they've gotten a lot of landmarks and stuff like that. Obviously, I mean, look what they did with Fallout 3, so I would anticipate this one being just... I'm really, really excited.
It's going to be fun jumping into that like world again and just like
can't
just
wait
having
to lose
fun.
So many. I got all the expansions for Fallout 3. Like that was one that I spent. I think I've played more hours of Fallout 3 than I did with Skyrim.
So, yeah, which is funny because I played more Skyrim than I've done a Fallout. I still got to beat Fallout 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I got to a certain point, it was like okay, and then I stopped and I jumped back in, going like, what the fuck was I doing, kind of thing. So.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I love that game. I love Skyrim too, but Skyrim came at a point where I was like really, really into it, and then life started just kind of going, and then the new consoles came out, and like so it just kind of got buried in the pile of things that I still need to play and
That's
finish.
sad.
But
You need to get on that.
it is. I mean, I actually never finished the actual story in Skyrim, so
It's still there. It's waiting for you.
It is. And now with the backwards compatibility with Xbox One, I'm just waiting for them to throw that on there.
And them doing the original Xbox games too, it looks like.
Well, they're talking about it.
So
I think they got to finish doing all the 360 shit. But
as a PlayStation guy, I'm so jealous. That is so awesome.
okay. So that's what I wanted to know. A lot of people like. It's funny because you're the first place. That's what I was going to ask. What you prefer the game on? I have all consoles right now, so I just like to play anything that's exclusive. I'll play or anything like that. So I just got a PlayStation 4, and I was honestly like playing some stuff, going like I'm still waiting to be impressed, kind of thing. Like everyone kept raving about like how great this console is and stuff like that. Now I will say I love the updated controller. I love the streaming is very easy to do. It's just one button, share, click on stuff.
Easy.
I thought that was perfect. And then it's like all the games I have for it though. It's like someone got me Destiny again, so I'm like, all right, I play through that. It's like something I have. Then I bought I got the Last of Us, because it came with the thing.
fantastic.
And literally I jumped in playing and it was all like, oh wow, like I'm like hands down best graphics of the systems right now because I own Xbox One as well. And I was just like, I didn't think this game could get any better looking. And I'm literally walking around going like, oh, wow. Oh, shit, things coming at me. But you're just like engulfed in this world again. So
it really is that much of an upgrade from the PlayStation 3 version?
It really did a good job on that one. But yeah, so it's just funny, like people, they always like, it's funny just watching these, forums of people going like, oh, this is better and this is better and this is better. So you think Xbox doing the backwards compatibility was a smart move? Because a lot of people are like, oh, this is the dumbest thing Xbox could have done.
I don't understand how anybody could argue that point. Like, why would that be dumb? Are they selling? I feel like they would sell more consoles.
That's what I thought.
It baffles my mind. Why would that ever be a bad thing? Other than
they would have. That's definitely a selling point. I mean, eventually the 360 is going to go and be null and void. So if
you have your whole back catalog online. Basically, pretty much what they're going to do. I mean, I know if you already own the game, you can just pop it in and play. So you're like, okay, great. But if you don't own the game, they're going to drop them down to really cheap price. I mean, I saw the Mass Effect, for like $5. and people were buying that up because they're like, oh, I can play it on the Xbox One now. But PlayStation did
What, in retail or on the store?
on the store.
Oh yeah, they have the 360 titles up there
For some, they were talking about that. Yeah, like certain things you could already buy and stuff like that.
per the Xbox One store or 360s store?
I think it's 360 store.
Oh, okay. So
That's
you
what-
just got to you got to figure out which games are capable of it, and then
Yeah, like I
guess-
know the
okay, that
preview
makes sense.
program, like you and I are part of that,
Yeah,
so we got
right.
early access to a lot of
Yeah.
games already that you've already played. Because I was curious about it because they have the streaming on the PlayStation, and I was talking to Josh, a buddy of ours, and he was like, "Yeah, the streaming really sucks on the PlayStation to play old school like PlayStation 3 games." Like,
oh, the
sometimes-
PlayStation Now.
Yeah, the PlayStation Now, it's
Oh.
like it would like crash, it would like not catch up to stuff, and then it's like you're paying like, and I saw the price on it, and I'm like, why would I pay for games I already own PlayStation 3 games? I'm like, why would I repay for these games again?
Yeah, you really have to have crazy fast internet to make use of a lot of that stuff. I mean, I tried to do one time with my brother. We were just trying it out when it first was like, oh hey, you can do this right now, and we're testing it out. And he's showing me Assassin's Creed Infinity 1000, whatever number they're on right now, and I'm seeing it, and there's no textures going on because he's playing it on his console, hundreds of miles away. And I've got just terrible internet at that old house, and I'm just like, this game like really doesn't look that great. And he's like, are you kidding me? And then so we'd switched off, and I was playing a game, and I was like, the graphics are pretty good, a little interesting. He's like, all I'm seeing right now is pixels. There's like nothing. And so unless you've got just airtight Wi-Fi,
Yeah.
it's not going to be great. And down the line, that'll all change, and it's going to become the norm. But right
Yeah,
now, it's
for
just,
sure.
it's good that it's there and it's available, but it's just not all the way there yet.
Yeah.
I will say I do enjoy that you can play your PlayStation 4 games on the PS Vita if you have it.
Yes.
Granted, if you're in the same house or not, I think that's kind of cool, especially just having the little tiny portable thing. I mean, Xbox is kind of doing it now with Windows 10. Unfortunately, I don't have a Windows computer, so I can manipulate my Mac to do that, but there's really not a use for it. I know that you posted.
I posted because I was testing it out. I was
Yeah.
just like wanted to see how it works. I streamed like the Batman game was going on. I was like, oh, this is actually kind of cool. But then I'm looking at it, I'm like, this would have been great when I was living with somebody. And
Yeah.
they took over the TV, but now I'm more like, fuck it, I'll just play it on the TV, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I think, what I love, what they're
You have it if you need it.
you have it if you need it, but which is funny is like everyone thinks like, oh, this is a cool thing, but I'm like, Nintendo did this first with their Wii U pad. Is people could be watching something on the TV and you can just play it onto the gamepad. So I love how everyone thinks like somebody else came up with this, even though Nintendo started it, but everyone kind of forgets because a lot of people are like, Nintendo's like basically everyone thinks Nintendo's pretty much dead at this point. Which I think is just weird.
Don't tell a 7-year-old that. I think that's where they're really aiming at is the kids. And
I don't know, their
still-
next gen console.
I know you saw the specs and stuff that came out for that,
Yeah,
right?
no disk drive.
Yeah.
I'm wondering what they're doing with this one.
Well,
so.
it should be interesting because the Xbox One was trying to do that too, and everybody went into a freaking uproar.
Mm-hmm.
And now if Nintendo does it and freaking execute it, which they probably will,
Yeah.
then there we go. And then just watch Microsoft and Sony just follow suit.
That's usually what happens. Usually everyone kind of just copies what somebody else does or whatnot. So have you always been a PlayStation fan from when the first console came out, or did you like jump into the market like a little late and just go, oh, I really like this console?
I had a PlayStation 1.
Okay.
And when I was a kid, all my friends had Nintendos, and my dad wouldn't let us get a Nintendo. So we had a Sega, the Master System.
Oh,
There you go.
yeah.
It's called. And I mean, I don't know this for a fact. I'd have to look this up, but I believe it was a more powerful system.
No,
Just saying.
yeah, the Master System was actually when it came out.
And so I don't know. I kind of always felt like, oh, I got to be a little alternative when it comes to gaming. But now, I mean, my wife has a Nintendo, and it's still, I mean, we don't even have to blow in the back of cartridges anymore. It works perfectly now.
Yeah.
You just needed to get it aged enough, like a fine wine, and now it is impeccable.
Yes.
But we had a PlayStation 1, and back then they didn't have any numbers back behind it. And yeah, I remember playing some Tomb Raider and just thinking, oh, look at those triangular. Oh,
Yeah, dude.
They're like, it must be really cold in this cave.
I had Tomb Raider for PC, And I remember we went to Ultimate Electronics because it wasn't
Oh,
Prize Electronics.
yeah.
No, Ultimate Universe.
Oh, right.
And it came in like the triangular box. It had Lara Croft on the front, and it would just come out that week, and I had this thing in my mind where I was like, "There's no way in hell my mom's gonna let me play this game."
Yeah.
And we went there, and I was like, "Oh, look at this Tomb Raider!" Like, because I used to read like
Yeah.
Electronic Gaming Magazine and all that shit, and oh, this game's supposed to be so awesome. Like, oh, can I get it? And
Yeah.
she was like, yeah, like go for it. I was like, holy shit!
And then I fought a T-Rex.
And then you fought the freaking
Yeah.
T-Rex. Yeah, man, that game was fun.
That game was the shit.
And then you could go like in her mansion and shit, and
Oh,
like
yeah.
swim in the pool.
Yeah.
Oddly, a game that I really preferred on PlayStation versus, excuse me, playing on the computer was Diablo. If you ever played Diablo on PlayStation,
Yeah.
like I loved Diablo on the computer, and I've day one had Diablo 1, Diablo 2, Diablo 3,
Yeah.
and I mean oddly just. I think that's probably why I don't do a lot of PC gaming now, is that I just really kind of prefer console gaming. And it's weird because my computer is a billion times more powerful than my
Yes.
PS4, but I don't know, I just kind of prefer it.
I know. That's what I've been saying. Like, I tried doing the computer game, and the problem with me is my hand cramps up on the, like, when you're running and stuff for long periods of time. So I'm like, dude, they just made it for a console, and then everyone always gives you, like, oh, well, it's not as great graphics, your lag time's going to be different, like, you can't move as fast as you can with a controller with the thing. I'm like, I don't really care kind of thing. But, well, the joke, with the Diablo, the only problem I had with Diablo when it was made for PlayStation is the loading took
Oh, man.
forever, and even
Yeah.
saving, you'd be like, all right, I went to the dungeon, should probably go make a sandwich, this is gonna be a while, kind of thing. But it was a great idea because it was the first the first time you could play two players. Because for some reason, PlayStation had this thing, like back in the day, if you want to play two players on the normal PlayStation, you had to have two consoles and like do this weird link thing. It was like the weirdest thing because I remember my buddy like rented Doom like 2 for the PlayStation, and he's like, we could do 2 players, and then we're looking at the back of the box, and it's all like, oh, we need another console? Like, what? Like, what happened to just...
That's a big investment.
That's what I was like. I was like, I guess we're just watching each other play the game.
All
This
right.
is
I have a question for you guys, and maybe this goes back to when I was a kid, I used to like to play flight simulators.
Yep.
And so now when I'm playing a game, y-axis inverted or regular?
Regular.
regular.
Used to be inverted, switched to regular.
I can't do regular. It has to be inverted.
Yeah. I
Always.
I can't remember when the switch happened, but it's just it feels more fluid for me that way. But yeah, I used to play Microsoft like Flight Simulator all the time, back in the day, with the flight stick. And my dad used to work for Allied Signal, and with like their aerospace division.
It was the young training program that you were in.
Oh, like the take your kid to work day.
Oh.
We'd go to that. He'd go to meetings and he'd flip on Flight Simulator and give me the stick, and I'd just be on his work computer. Like
That was always the
it
fun.
was, it was great.
I like how fast that game was all like you're like, okay, I'm gonna fly the plane, and then like probably 10 minutes in, you're like, fuck it, I'm just gonna see how far I can crash this thing. And everything like that,
Well, it was always fun, like because you could do like the big, jetliner, like 747s, or Boeing 740, yeah, whatever. Or you could do like the stunt planes,
Yeah.
and crop duster and things like that. But for a little while after that, I can't remember. I think it was like Wings of Glory or something like that. But it was like a World War II game, and you squatted up with random people, and like you could go on like a B-52 bomber and go like drop bombs on like an island base that had like tankers and stuff. So like when the bomb goes off, like, and it hits the tanker, there's like an even bigger explosion.
Oh, okay.
Or you could dogfight in old like P-40 Mustangs or like Spitfires and stuff like that. I can't remember the name of it, but it was so much fun. And that was another one on PC that I'd get home from school, do my homework, jump on that for like an hour and a half before dinner, and just, it was all chat room, like typing
Yeah.
in, like, hey, this is Tap Dog, blah, 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 like shit like that. But, fuck, I can't remember the name, excuse me.
Oh, bless you. So, what I want to know, what was the first thing like that made you go, I want to start streaming, and like, how'd you go about doing it? Because I know Twitch and everything has made it very easy to do, But I'm also looking at going like, I kind of want to stream from like I want to show video of other consoles, just not the ones that are easy to stream from.
Oh yeah, I actually I use what's called an Elgato. It sounds very exotic.
Yeah, that does sound exotic.
Yeah, it has it's got HDMI for it, but then it also has the component stuff, and some of the newer ones, there is a newer model that just has the HDMI, and it's like, what if I want to bust out, some Excitebike?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you guys want to watch me play hours of Excitebike?
So it's a video captioning device,
and
or program.
Well, both.
Okay.
They work together. There's and then they use their own software, which I mean is super easy to use, and it just records it right onto your computer, and I think you can edit with the program, but I mean it's just a lot easier to just export the file and just do it in whatever your preferred program is.
Yeah.
But to answer your question though, I think it goes back a lot farther than what I initially realized. But when you're kids and you sit around and you would have 4 or 5 people in a room, you got to wait your turn to play. And I know that there was times in games where it's like, I'm terrible at this level.
Mm-hmm.
I want to watch little Billy do this.
Yeah.
And you would just watch and just be like, oh wow, I can't believe how good he is at this. And now in modern age, you have the YouTube, and I would, a lot of times when I'm working, I would just I would watch people play video games on my second screen, and just as background noise or whatever. But a lot of these people have a lot of personality, and that's I think what the key is for each individual is like you have to really bring your personality to the game.
Mm.
But it's just I really enjoyed watching other people do it, and I was like, I want to do that too. So now I do.
No, and that's what I think is great, because that's what I was saying, because I'm like, I don't want to sound like sexist or anything like that, but I'm like, a lot of the women who play, they're really good gamers and stuff like that, but it's like, I'm like, that's why you have more of the followers, because like, if it's a hot chick playing video games, you're like, of course I'm going to watch this. I'm like, a guy like me, I'm like, not probably like, no women are jumping on going, oh, there's a gorgeous man on, I want to watch him play a video game. I'm like, I have to find a niche, So that's why I was joking around when I was playing Destiny, like the second time in, since I already played it before, I was just doing the whole thing as Christopher Walken.
Oh,
so I'm just sitting there playing through going like, shut up, Ghost. I'll do my own thing. Oh, there's a guy running around. Oh, headshot. He's dead. And then, just stuff like that. And people would either, watch it and be like, oh, this is funny, or something like that. So that's like how I was doing things, where I was just like, well, I'm just going to play a game and either like do like a commentary of like, oh, okay, this is what I'm doing now. This is how to get like all the Riddler trophies if you do something like that, kind of
right.
thing.
And you can really do something where it's either a strategy to help people with fighting bosses, finding trophies, whatever, or something that I find fun to watch other people and that I like to do are blind runs. And so you were talking about horror games, and I think those are perfect for blind runs, where you go in, you've got your microphone, and you're like, oh, what's around the corner here? And so those are a lot of fun, and I'm really looking forward to Fallout 4 because I've already planned a mental character in my head. It's not going to be Nick playing. Mm-hmm. It's going to be Psycho Sydney.
Oh, yeah?
So, before I was talking about how, I usually play as an absolute Boy Scout the first time through, I'm going to go through and, I'll probably play a little bit ahead on my own, and then on my gaming profile, it's going to be just murdering everything, and just hopefully people have a lot of fun with it. I'm just going to totally role play the whole thing, and so that comes out in November, and I'm just like right now I'm just like killing time. I'm like doing my Witcher New Game Plus playthrough, and I'm trying to be a little weird with it because the whole time that I'm talking, I'm doing my Geralt voice the whole time, and the thing is though that I play the videos in double speed. So everybody is like Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Okay. Okay.
So, I mean, I've done this one other time with Dark Souls 2, but, after I've done a playthrough of the game, unless it's like a blind playthrough or you're doing, super strategy, it's like you've got to do something that's a little different. And so, there's so much great drama and just interesting stuff. And also the combat just gets really weird at double the speed. So, I'm just doing something a little silly. And I got to tell you, it's a lot more fun for me just because editing takes half the time.
Yeah.
You go through and you watch it, and it's half as much video.
Yeah, no, I remember because I actually did that for like a year when like I was going to college. I'm like, I'm going to be a filmmaker, so I learned a couple of things how to do all that kind of stuff. But then it was just like I haven't used the knowledge for anything. But then this is stuff because like my friend Sammy, she wanted to do a web series where it's me teaching her how to play video games. And I was like, okay, this would be a cool thing or whatnot. So I told her, like, well, just get a hold of me and to do stuff because I thought it would be funny where she like comes over and she's like, all right, you got all the new consoles, this we're gonna play, and I just hand her a Nintendo controller, go, no, you're starting old school, and just watch her just be like,
got to do the montage, Eye of the Tiger, and all
kind
that
of stuff. And then she'd be like, am I ready to play a new console? I'd be like, dude, we just hit first generation. You got Super Nintendo coming up?
Like, you got decades of catching up
to do.
You better saddle up because you're not leaving.
Yeah.
The mental image I'm getting right now is in Mike Tyson's Punch-Out when they're training and he's running behind the coach on the bike.
Yeah.
And that's exactly how I feel that would go. So
see,
he knows Sammy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't know.
Quick aside, I've met her in person several times.
Oh, okay.
We're Facebook friends and everything.
Oh, well, she's got a leg up than I do. I'm not even Facebook friends.
You just met tonight.
I know. Actually, I do.
Slow down, buddy. Slow down.
I do have to say this though. I do like the shirt. I think that's awesome. The Skeletor.
Yeah, it's a fun one.
Yeah, my wife picked this out for me. She's got a keen eye.
She's a good one.
But yeah, so this is but this is just stuff I know that I want to do that's like in the works and stuff and things like that. So, but no, that's really kind of cool. So, what has been like your favorite thing? Like you were just like, I'm gonna play through this. Like, what was like the first game you were just like, I want to do this? Like, was it when you just got the PlayStation 4, or was it just like?
Actually, I've been doing it for right around a year now. But the first game that I did was Dark Souls 2. I'm a huge Souls series fan.
Okay.
And that's kind of where I started watching. Well, that's where I was watching other people and just thinking, oh man, I want to try this out. And I had just a terrible microphone, and to go back and watch those first videos, they're pretty unbearable. But I did that, and I was just kind of checking that out until I was like, okay, the first thing that I'm going to do is a blind run, and it's going to be a new game and everything, is Destiny. And so I played with Destiny, still with my terrible mic. And oh god, I just was really disappointed in the game. And so
it was. This is what I hate. It's like game that's coming. They're making the new one gets released in September, which is basically like this is the game that we should have been released kind of thing. But it was even bad because they showed a video of Nolan North doing the new Ghost voice because Peter Dinklage is not doing it. It had nothing to do with Peter Dinklage. The voice director. Does not give anybody direction or anything like that because Nolan North sounds exactly like Peter Dinklage, just in Nolan North's voice. That's it. It's just this monotone of like, oh no, there's the Fallen, and you're like, really? I'm like, Nolan North knows how to act, voice acting.
I thought that was going to be at least like charismatic,
because I'm like Drake from Uncharted series. I'm like he owned that character, like that. Like you hear Nolan North, you're like, boom, he's the Penguin in like the Batman games and stuff like that. So it's like. Really? It's like so. I'm just blaming I'm like Destiny is just a bad game. Like that's what it is.
I know some people that love it. I'm not one of those people. I like story in my games, and that's one. I'm also not one of those people that will just go and play like Call of Duty and just got to do the teams and shooting my friends and stuff. I think it's because I was so awful at GoldenEye back in the day that that really kind of turned me away from those kind of games, even though I really did like the Halo games, just playing the campaign though.
See, that's what it was funny. I got made fun of on another podcast because they're like, I don't know anybody who actually just plays the story mode in Call of Duty. I'm like, I do, because I'm like, I don't play. I do some of the online stuff, but it's not because I'm like, I get 2 kills. I'm like, okay. At least in Destiny, when I was playing it, everyone is at the same kind of level, even though people are level 38 or whatnot. But it kind of puts everybody in the same thing. So that was actually kind of fun because I was like, oh, I killed this person. Oh, this person killed me. It was more of wow, I actually did pretty good this round, kind of thing. Not like you killed one person, you got killed 80 million times, because these kids or these people, they just buy the game and they just play multiplayer. That's all they do. So it's and then I'm like, have you ever played a Call of Duty storyline? And people are like, no, why?
Does that exist?
And I'm like, why would you pay $60 for something like that?
I haven't played. The last Call of Duty game I played was 3, Modern Warfare 3. That came out after Black Ops, right? The first one.
Yeah, that came out after
I didn't play Black Ops 2. But Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the first one, the next gen one, I guess, that came out for modern day warfare. the first time I played it was at an ex-girlfriend's stepbrother's house. Her sister's husband, so her stepbrother. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just said anything. I'm just like.
Well, it was like on 360, and like that was the first time I saw like the multiplayer online component, and I was like, holy shit, like this is insane.
Mm-hmm.
So I got on there and played a couple rounds, and I was hooked because we had a Wii,
mm-hmm.
but the GameCube was like my console then.
Yeah.
I was still playing GameCube games, and man, I was like, this is insane. So I had to have like a 360 after that, and I got one, and then. I was a Call of Duty player for a while, but I like the campaigns. The campaigns are fun.
No, I do like
they're
them,
all
too.
like big explosions
Mm-hmm.
and cinematics and things like that. And I mean, I always had a good time with them.
I think they try to get a little bit more diversity in there in the campaign than what you're going to do in multiplayer. And honestly, multiplayer is way better as a drinking game, though. So,
That would be fun.
Oh, have you heard about the Mario Kart drinking game?
Mario Kart, Beerio Kart. My brother plays it.
Which is funny because apparently I was mentioning one to somebody. Now, is this the one where you have to like every time you take a drink you have to stop?
Yeah, you can either be drinking or driving. Because don't drink and drive, folks.
Yeah, you might spill your beer.
So, yeah, and there's variations whether it's per lap or whatever, but you have to finish either a beer or a beer per lap, and also win the race. So you have to be a master of multiple skills.
Mm-hmm. I'd want to finish your beer before the end of the race.
Yeah, and
I wouldn't want to do lap.
Yeah, I was saying like there's the one I heard was basically every time you go to take a sip of your beer, you can't drive. So you either drink as much as your beer or whatnot, and then go back to the thing, but you have to finish that beer before you finish that entire race.
Right.
Yeah, my brother plays it. They play it with Super NES and also
64.
64.
Yeah, I know the 64 is. That's actually one reason why I want to get a 64 again, is just to do stuff like that, those kind of games. But it's funny, I was talking to somebody, and someone was like, "I don't want to have to put down my beer." And I'm like, I'm like, you're not invited to my house anymore.
You could change the rules and be like, you must be constantly drinking. You get a little beer
hats.
that holds it. Yeah, perfect.
There you go. Yeah,
and you just have to be constantly drinking. Oh my God, that'd be pretty awful.
Crazy. Well, the drinking game I came up with was Ghosts and Goblins.
Oh, man.
So every time you die, you take a shot.
Oh,
it's on the old
shit.
N64.
So you
I don't want
last,
to play
10
that.
minutes?
So
yeah,
I
don't want to play that.
You have to have. Well, I'm
okay, well, you take a shot, or you have
alone,
to, or drink a beer. Well, basically, you'd be playing two-player mode with this game, So it's like every time, if someone, and then if that was like every time you die, you have to take a drink or a shot, depending on how you want to play it or whatnot. Or if you get farther than that person did, then they have to like finish their beer or something like that. So a little crazy, but I was like, because Ghosts and Goblins is just one of those games where you're just like, oh fuck or whatnot. Which is funny because I was like, now I got to figure out how to do that. Because I do want to do that for Halloween, just be like, hey, we're going to pop in this game to play like a drinking game or whatnot, and just do a video of that.
That's always fun. Yeah, especially if you've got 2 players is still a little hardcore, but if you've got 4 or 5, even 10 people, and they're all just cheering you on, like,
yeah,
so drinking and video games, they go hand in hand. You guys were talking about Twitch, and I know that YouTube is starting to do the live stuff too.
Yep.
And something, I haven't done this yet, but I just want to just do a live either on Twitch, but somebody already took Game with the Guys on Twitch. I can't get it on there. But yeah, I might do live streaming on YouTube. We'll see. But I want to do something like Beer and Bloodborne or something like that.
Yeah.
Where just I'm just going to get wasted and play a game that's really hard and just be cursing and hopefully I don't damage anything, but just get drunk and play a video game. And
I like that idea. I want to do that.
What game was
it?
Last weekend I was playing one of the How to Survive Stormweather Edition.
Yeah.
And Megan was doing her homework, and I was at a part where I had to kill a certain amount of zombies. I was very low on food, and I had to get to the safe house, and I kept dying over and over and over again. I was getting very, very frustrated, and she was like, "Just take a break, just breathe, pause it, go do something else get your mind off of it for 10 minutes, and then come back and do it." I had to do that, but
Sometimes you just got to step away.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's it was funny though because then I popped that game in. I started playing it. And then
I saw that.
And I started seeing all these gravestones. I'm all like, what the? And then I finally saw
They
your
all
name
say
on
your
one.
name.
No, it was just like then I finally saw his, and then I was all like, well, I'm not gonna die here. So
I saw yours.
I just took off running, but it sucked for me because I was trying to do something and a bunch of zombies were attacking me. I'm like, and I hit like the B button, so I opened
Yeah,
my
the menu, and then you can't get out of it.
I was trying to get out of it, so that's how I lost like half my health because
Yep.
of that. I was like, this is dumb. But
Yeah.
it's that stuff like that I think is fun. Well, that was like he was watching me play Rayman Legends. Like
okay.
the first time I streamed, I jumped on and started playing Rayman Legends, and to me, I'm just like, it's a Rayman game. I'm just very good at side-scrolling platforms, I guess. So I'm playing it, and I'm doing all the stuff, and then Matthew just comes over the next day. He's like, I fucking hate you. And I'm like, why? He's all like, you're like nonchalantly boom, 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 knocking things out, finding all like the fucking weird creatures of the game and everything like that. And I'm just like, oh, I didn't even think about it. Like, I kind of zone out when it gets to like certain parts of the game where I'm just like able to like just do it.
It's like the comment you made earlier where you're like, I just want to watch a little Billy play. You know, like
Right,
I
yeah.
love the Rayman games. They're incredible games, but to watch him play it in like comparison to the way I play it, I was just like, man, fuck this guy. Like shit, man. Because I'll go and like I'll die and okay, well I remember, so blah blah blah, do that. You know, it's all about memorization. And
Yeah.
eventually as you go through. But you're just like, oh, boom, yep, here we go. Oh, wait, no, not gonna die. Oh, you barely missed me there. Come and catch me now. You know, it's like shit, man.
You want to know how I got that way? Donkey Kong Country.
I played a lot of Donkey Kong
Donkey
Country.
Kong Country put me to the limits of like when I first was playing. My buddy got it. I was playing it. I used to suck with barrels. I used to suck with anything. Then I get my game. I start playing it. Then I got to the cocky point where like it seems that I'm cocky, but I'm not. Where I'm just like boom, 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 like jumping on all these enemies, like not even giving a second glance, jumping to a barrel. It's like boom, 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 like
Yeah.
not even. And people are just like, where the hell did this come from? Like wait, what? Like I kind of like you just like zone out. Like you're still focused on the game, but you kind of zone out and you just start going through stuff. But it's very rare that I can like do that with certain just like side-scrolling games where I'm just like, and
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh shit.
I still need to finish Rayman Legends. I haven't finished it yet.
Oh man.
So it just kind of popped in my head. So avenues like YouTube and Twitch, these are kind of like back in the day when you were learning, you know, the first Mario Brothers, and you're like, oh, where are these secrets?
Mm-hmm.
How do you know these secrets? I don't know these secrets. And you would, you know, get the NES Power, like, you know, whatever magazine. Now you just Google and
Yeah.
you can watch someone, and it's kind of, you know, it's the new version of that old school, you know, like, okay, this is how you warp to level 8.
For
you
sure.
know, so
I've done it quite a few times with like The Witcher. If I'm going
Oh,
into
yeah.
a battle that's pretty intense and I'm not really, or I get in there and I keep on dying because I'm not doing the right, I'm not parrying right or stuff like that, or I'm struggling, I'll jump on there and see how somebody else did it and kind of take that and say, okay, let me apply that. And
Well, yeah,
eventually
I
I'll-
actually had to just do that. I was trying to finish like one of the missions on the Batman game. I had to find like the last like body at some point. I'm like, I went all over like everywhere, going like, where the fuck is this? So finally, I just pull it up. And I'm all like, oh yeah, I would never to think to look there, you know, for it or whatnot. And then you find it, then I can move on, find the next.
Yeah.
But it's like that's actually a couple of parts right now. It's like I'm trying to find these last 2 towers you have to take down, and I'm like. Before there was like I would land on a building and be like beep, like you're on the tower, like oh shit, I got to strategize, you know, jump off and figure things out. Now I'm like, where the fuck are these towers? I'm like walking around, I'm like I'm the worst Batman ever. Like can't find shit.
have you played any of the Arkham series?
I've played the second one. What are they on? They're on the third one now.
4th one.
Fourth one.
Fourth, yeah.
Yeah, I think I played the second one.
Arkham City.
Yeah, and for me, like when I'm playing games, like there has to be a leveling mechanic, or else I get bored. You know, like and with that, one thing I actually did like about that is you would find, you know, your equipment and all that stuff. And so when I can actually see the character getting more powerful, I like that. And so like a game like Grand Theft Auto, I'll play and it's fun, and then I just get so bored
Yeah.
because it's like I'm still the same dude, but I've got a bigger gun
Yeah.
that I could just go find another gun. And I think one of the reasons, you know, you were kind of asking me before about like why I'm a PlayStation guy, and it was actually, I think it was Gran Turismo was like one of the first games that I got on that. And one of the reasons why I like the Gran Turismo games is because you can upgrade your stuff. And so you get that feeling of progression of your character. You get more powerful, and you know, in that case, it's a car.
Uh-huh.
So for me, if a game doesn't have like a fun leveling mechanic, I get bored with it. So like some of the what is you were talking about Nathan Drake and like you know,
the Uncharted,
like those games are gorgeous and they're great gameplay. And then I'm like, okay, I can't find the way around here. I'm done. I'm just done with this game now.
I like
then would you have liked the new take on the Tomb Raider games?
I played. There's another one coming out. But,
yeah, it comes out I think in November.
There's enough stuff where you're upgrading your equipment.
Yeah, like you're able to.
I got to tell you one of my favorite gripes about that last Tomb Raider game though, because I thought the story was pretty cool, and it's like, oh, you get to see Lara Croft the first time she kills someone, and she is crushed. She's like, oh my god, I can't believe I just took someone's life.
Yeah.
And then in the next 10 seconds, she kills 30 dudes. She got over that so.
Yeah.
yeah.
My thing was though, like I absolutely loved the game.
I'm desensitized.
Yeah, but just like I was
First
like,
blood.
I was just like, this girl cannot catch a break throughout this entire game. It's like she gets hurt at one point. She goes in, she finds the the medicine like box. She's like, all right, opens it. It's completely empty. Looks over, finds a lighter and like an arrow, and she's like, gotta cauterize the wound. And then you just hear her like scream. I'm just like, it's at the last part of the game where you have to fight like the last dude or whatnot.
Yeah.
Literally, I was at the part where I'm just like, fuck you. You know how much shit I had to go through for this, like kind of thing, and you're just like not even care. That actually happens to me with certain, like in the Batman game, certain twists and turns have happened where it's just like I like shut down and just go into Batman mode, where like something happened, I'm like, I'm pissed.
Do you start talking like this?
Yeah.
Where is he?
yeah.
I heard he has friends.
Yeah, but like I just dropped down. Literally, like people would be watching me, and I was just like, I start like guys, hey, it's the Batman. You just start knocking people out and stuff like that, and it's like,
You're goddamn right, it's Batman.
Yeah, basically. But it's just like one of those things. Like you get into that mode where I'm just like, I gotta fucking finish this kind of thing. So it's
Who'd
just
you think it was? Mary Poppins?
yeah.
That's Duke Nukem.
Oh, I thought you were gonna be all like, who do you think it was? The Addams Family from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. That god awful movie.
Thank God for god awful movies though. There's some good stuff.
Like Matthew still has to see The Room.
Oh, I was literally just going to talk about The Room.
Yeah, I still have to see it. I haven't seen it.
So in San Francisco, down at Fisherman's Wharf, there is still a giant Tony. Is it Wiseau? I don't remember.
Oh, Johnny Wiseau?
Johnny Wiseau. There's still a giant billboard for The Room, and I mean, I have a picture of it on my phone. I can show you guys, but it's just like. That movie was so gloriously awful, and I'm on vacation there one time with my wife, and it's just like, what the hell is that?
Why?
She hasn't seen it. I still have to catch her up on some good stuff, but and I'm like, oh, I gotta get a picture of this and send this to everyone I know, and she's like, I don't get it, and I'm like, you will.
Oh, hi, Donnie.
You will.
Oh, hey, Danny. Oh, hi, Mark. Oh, jeez.
That fucking
It's
movie.
actually, if you ever seen it at the Film Bar,
Oh yeah.
highly recommend it. It's like Mystery Science Theater because everyone interacts and stuff. You get to throw like spoons at the thing because there's like parts of the movie where there's just ridiculous shit. But there was a great part where like he's walking through like just for no reason. He's like going to his own birthday party, but he has to walk through the city to get there. And it's just like right after he was just like, oh hi Danny, oh hi this. And finally he's walking by and he sees like there's a bench there. And I just go, oh hi bench. And the fucking room just like lost it because it's just like one of these stupid things. But yeah, I showed Patrick, a guy I do a podcast with, my best friend since like elementary school, The Room, and now that's all we'll do sometimes. We'll be like, oh hi Danny, oh hi Mark. I did not hit her. I did not. That's bullshit. Oh hi Mark. It's so bad.
Yeah, I'd eventually see this movie, but we'll get there someday.
Well, what we want to do is we want to sit down one episode and we're just going to do a commentary of the movie. And Matthew, like Eric and I have already seen it, and this will be Matthew's first time seeing it. So I just wanted him to be like, what the fuck is going on?
None of this.
Chances
makes
are I'll
sense.
probably be like, guys, shut up! I'm trying to watch this fucking
I'm
movie.
really intrigued.
And
Matthew will be the one that cracks the code of what the movie's actually about.
and you can do an episode that's just the movie, and then the real gold on that DVD are the special features, all the interviews and stuff. Oh, it's fantastic.
This is what I have to say about the interviews, though, is he dubs himself over questions you're pretty sure he wrote.
Yeah.
And it's literally going back and forth between two different cameras. Like I think they filmed one on a standard or
Right,
one on like an HD. So one's like really light and then one's really dark. And you can totally tell it's Mark asking the questions that was in the movie, the guy who played Mark. But he'd be like talking about something and be like, and then you see his mouth moving, but the words aren't in it. I'm like, you had to dub over your own shit. Like, how do you not know? Like, you're just like, this is amazing. Like,
It is comic gold. and there's just no explanation for why it is. It's just one of those. It's a perfect storm of terrible awesomeness, and it's a must see.
Yeah, highly recommend. If you guys haven't seen The Room, I highly recommend it. Do you have any tracks? You guys want to take a break for
Sure.
a little bit, and then we'll come back and talk about more. I like this. This is a good episode. It's like a gaming episode. I might just steal this and turn into Arcade Bros next week.
That's what I was telling him, man. I was like, "What? We're gonna talk game. We talk games and nostalgia. That's kind of our go-to when you and I are on here.
Yeah.
We like to reminisce.
And
So,
sometimes they cross over, so that's perfect.
it is perfect.
Now just wait for the Room video game.
Oh,
Ooh, the
I imagine that being a lot like if you've ever played what is it, Maniac Mansion? That's
yeah.
how I imagine
Oh, hi, Denny.
Excellent.
Sorry, I'm just kind of gearing up.
Oh no, you're good. I also just made sure I should probably turn the music stuff on. So
Okay.
you're good to go. All right, kiddos. We'll be back after these tracks.
Everybody's got somebody, everybody but me. Why can't anybody just tell me that I'm somebody's? I'm gonna lock myself inside my room with this 40 ounce on repeat. I thought that if I clean up my act, it'll help me understand exactly who I am. But I hate to say that it just don't work like that, 'cause I'm a special individual. I don't need a plan, but I got bills to pay and I got bills to take, 'cause I'm born and raised in the USA, and I can scream and shout that I'll never sell out. I'll never sell out, man. How much? Because everybody's got more money, they got more money than me. Why can't anybody just give me some more money? Because everybody's got somebody, everybody but me. Why can't anybody just tell me that somebody's? I'm gonna lock myself inside my room with the television on repeat. Everybody's got somebody, just clearing and it's coming to the surface. Too much, always thinking too much. This conversation's getting boring. I'm giving up and now I'm on the ground. Way too much. Later on, I woke to find myself laid out in pieces. My mind scattered and divided for no reason. I don't know, and it's hurting so much. Holding on, I am grasping for some way to stop this feeling. By replacing what I'm feeling and by seeking too much. Always thinking too much. This conversation's getting boring. I'm giving up and now I'm on the ground. I'm slowly sinking into nothing. I'm giving up and now I'm on the ground. Way too much. I sink like a stone. Just like you knew I would be. Knew I would be. I sink like a stone. Just like you knew I would be. Knew I would be. It's you and I in the curves of mine, dancing to your music, so that we learn disappearing. When you shout, sing at me, I saw my father in the second grade. Concert, this kind, yet unable to reach me. We were hoping for some romance. We found once more to share. We must forget about our
And we are back. That's right, kids. Thank you for sticking around after the break. Lovely music. What is this?
So, okay, just listen.
Jesus is a friend of mine. Jesus is my friend.
I found this the other. Okay,
I have a friend of Jesus.
so we have like this Facebook messaging group, and we send a lot of like GIFs back and forth. And I found this one of this clip from this "Jesus is a Friend of Mine" song, and there's a certain lyric in the song within the guy goes, I tried to run and hide, but Jesus came and found me, and he touched me deep. He touched me down inside, like. But the way, like the clip, the clip of the guy singing it, like with this like kind of island ska type beat in the background, it's fucking hilarious. So I had to go on YouTube and find the actual video for it because I had to watch the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
And then the song's actually been stuck in my freaking head, so
That's the worst.
I just had to play a little bit of it.
Well,
I love
anytime
it.
there's a big music movement, of course there's going to be a Christian version of it.
Shit. I don't know when this track was made though. It's got to be like late 80s, like.
Jesus is a friend.
Like,
Well, I mean, it had to have been
man.
like all the ska stuff. But
You know
anyway.
what actually kind of reminds me of, okay, did everyone play, like, I think it was before Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
Okay.
Because Vice
Grand
City,
Theft Auto 3.
3.
like, games before that one, because Vice City was the first one that actually took music from the 80s and played that during
Yeah,
when
it was
you
all
play
it was all 80s.
It was all 80s stuff. But before that, Grand Theft Auto used to do their own tracks.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, in the very first game, there was a track I remember I'd be driving around, searching through the radio station. There's just be like, one was like, "Men folk found their women scary 'cause they were so big and hairy." And then in, like, the second game, there was this, like a Jesus song. It was like, "Jesus, my Savior."
And you're talking about the
My-
like
yeah,
the overhead.
Like the overhead beat. It's
Okay.
like my favorite flavor. It's like the most so now I'm like thinking about it. It's like they really should just make like just the compilations of all that stuff that used.
Oh, you can find them.
Because it was just funny. Because I was like thinking about it. It's like they actually put time and effort because they did radio stuff. Like they had like a guy who would just have a talk radio show. People who played music. I'm like, but they actually sat down and recorded all this stuff for these
Yeah.
games.
Yeah.
So I thought it was kind of because they did that actually. I think for the third.
They did it for the third one because I can't remember the guy's name, but he's like in every single game, like their talk radio.
Oh yeah,
guy.
like the shock jock guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can't remember his fucking
It was
name.
like something with Weasel, wasn't it?
That sounds
Possibly.
right. Something like that.
I can look
Dingo and the baby coming at you live.
But yeah, dude, they put so much work into all that stuff.
It's just like amazing.
and all the soundtracks are awesome. They have great tracks.
Oh, they
on
have
those
really
games.
good tracks on it. But it's just funny because I think like I never beat Vice City, never played San Andreas, but then like I played a little bit of the fourth one and then kind of like stopped midway through because I couldn't stand fucking. You're doing a mission and then your cousin's like, "Nico, we need to hang out," and you're like, you'd be like, "No," and then he'd be like, "Okay," and you feel like so depressed, and it's all like now you're like a bad friend and everything like that. But I think like the fifth one was the only one I like beat like the latest one just because it was like.
Laszlo.
Oh, Laszlo, yeah.
Laszlo. Yeah.
But yeah, just the fun of because I think that one like was better just because you could switch between 3 different characters throughout that
okay.
kind of game.
Okay.
And then every time you switch to like the guy Trevor, he'd always be doing something like you're like because they would go off and do their own thing while you played as one character. So when you switch back to them, they'd be doing their own thing. And like every time I switch back to Trevor, it was always something crazy. Like he wakes up at a beach. In his underwear, a bunch of dead bodies around him. He's just like, well, looks like I won. And it was like him falling down a mountain one time in a woman's dress for no reason. And then the best one was him swimming in the ocean in a tuxedo.
Just the days in the life of Trevor.
Yeah, I was just like, that's why I'm less like, I was like, fuck it, dude. Next Grand Theft Auto, just make it a Trevor game. Like,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like that's kind of like Vice City wasn't number 3, it wasn't number 4. It was kind of as a one-off, and
Yeah.
so they could do a one-off like that, or at least have just an awesome expansion, and it would sell.
Heck yeah, if they did another like Vice City style expansion for like Grand Theft Auto 5, that'd be rad because the game's been out for how long?
it's been out for 2 years now, I think.
Grand Theft Auto 4 had the Ballad of Gay Tony and had Lost and Damned, so it had 2 expansions.
Yes.
And something has to come for this one. Yeah, they did like the online heists.
They
and
did a
stuff,
lot of
but
online stuff with the game, which we did play, and I did have fun with that and stuff. But
on
it
the
kinda,
360 version.
Yeah, on the 360, yeah, I didn't pick up the.
Me
That was
neither.
the problem when they re-released the certain games. How do you feel about that when they re-release something?
I don't know. It really has to be a good price point, I think, because there's games that I loved on, say PS3 that I want on PS4, and it's like I'm not going to pay $60 for that game again. Though.
Yes.
And I think it was with Assassin's Creed where it's like, for 10 extra bucks we will upgrade it for you and put it on your PS4, and I'm like that is totally worth it, and that I think you would absolutely sell to every single person, but If it's $60 not happening,
Yeah.
like I'm looking at, I said before I'm a big Souls guy, and Dark Souls 2 is available on PS4. And
Yes.
I'm like, ooh. Once it gets below 25, maybe, but like.
Yeah, see, that's how I'm like, it's like certain, because they did that with the Devil May Cry, the reboot one. And I
Yeah.
played it already for the PlayStation 3, and then it was coming out for like the next gen consoles. I was like, okay, and I think their price point was like $39.99, but I was like, so I've been kind of waiting for that one to drop because I'm like, I absolutely love the game because I rebought the Tomb Raider games because I already played it on Xbox 360, and then when I bought my Xbox One, it came with like the Titanfall, and then I was like, oh, and then I saw the Tomb Raider was on sale for $20. I was like, fuck yeah, I'll play that game again. It was fun and it's a good price point, but like I'm not gonna buy Grand Theft Auto 5 again for $60. I'm like, I just gave you $60
Right.
for it. I mean, like, I like that idea. I think they should have I know they did that like during the first year where it's like, if you bought this game, we'll go ahead and upgrade it for this much. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, that to me
Yeah,
makes
that's a
sense.
no-brainer.
But like the thing I love is like people get so outraged when Nintendo does it, and I'm like, but Nintendo, when they usually remaster a game, the game's been out for like 10 years, it's like 5 to 10 years it's been out, and then you're kind of like we were talking about if they revamped Mario 64.
Yeah, fuck, they need to do that.
I feel like they do a lot of their old games and they put them on like their DS and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, and they do that, and that's kind of cool. They update the graphics a bit, they change some stuff around, which is kind of fun. But I was talking about like they were to be like, hey, Mario 64, boom, it's on the Wii U right now, beefed up graphics, same game you remember playing, just that, like, boom. And it's like, when was the last time, like, Mario 64 came out in, like, 1996, so it's all like...
Yeah, and if you go with something a little bit older where it's like, nobody's going to have their old console, nobody's going to have their old game, I feel like with that, somebody would be like, okay, yeah, I'll pay more of a premium price than, say, like the $10 or $15 that I want to pay for, upgraded game. But, something like that where it's a classic and it's like, hey, look at this.
Yeah, I mean, that's, to me, like, because that's what the thing I got kind of mad about. It's like they're releasing the the Uncharted collection again, and I'm like, that's cool, but it's like I'm kind of like, well, I'm probably gonna buy it just because I thought Uncharted 4 was gonna come out this year, but it got pushed back till next year. So I'm like, okay, and then same with like Ratchet and Clank, like they're redoing the first Ratchet and Clank on PlayStation 4, but they're doing the very first one, and the first one came out on PlayStation 2. So I'm like, that's a long time for this game, and then boom, and it's like, it's a great game, it's fun, it's action packed, there's upgrades, there's all the kind of fun stuff that you can do, customize your weapons and all that great stuff. They said they're going to add like a little bit of new twists and turns.
Yeah,
to
throwing
it.
in that new content, that's key.
That's always fun. So I'm just like, yeah, that'd be kind of cool. But it's like when they just do that, and that's what I love. It's like Gears of War, they released the Ultimate Edition. And I'm like, okay.
Came out this week.
And I'm like, I'm actually on board with that because I'm like, I love Gears of War. And then when I saw like as soon as you put it in your system, you get the 4 games already with it. Like they're giving you, even though they're not the the beefed up version of it, but it's like if you didn't own those games, boom, you just got, so basically $39.99, you just got 4 free games with this.
That's value, my
like,
friends.
And I'm like, that's a pretty good price kind of thing. So I don't know, it's very weird. I think that was like our biggest problem just last year. It's like I got an Xbox One, and then Xbox One and PlayStation, that's all they were doing. They're like, hey, remember Dark Souls 2? Well, now it's on this system. It's like, what about the people who just bought this game kind of thing? But yeah, so have you played this game before?
I haven't.
Okay, so last week we introduced the game. Now is this called the Boss Master?
This Boss Monster.
Boss Monster. Okay, I kept repeating it wrong all week. I'm like, I played this game last week. It's called Boss Master.
It's called Bass Master.
Yeah, Bass Master. There was an old guy with a fishing hook. It was awesome.
Quick aside, bass fishing games are so much fun.
Are they?
They are.
Oh, the video games are fun. Anyway, go back.
Okay, so
Dreamcast had a very good
I was just about
bass fishing game.
I was actually going to. Did you ever play a Dreamcast?
No, but I was talking before. I love upgrades. I love leveling mechanics. All of the bass fishing games they have
that.
You can get better lure. You can get better equipment. So it has that stuff that I love.
You know what we should actually? That should be a video you need to do.
Yeah, well,
basically no. Like everyone gets like a fishing hat, a life jacket, and they just sit there with their beer. We're like, we're gonna play some Bass Master.
I'll go to Joann's Fabrics and get my green screen back up again.
There you go.
I think I
And
still
it looks
have
like
my
we're on a
old-
boat.
Yeah.
I can sit there and just do Hank Hill the
Somebody
entire
just-
time.
Somebody just kind of moves the
Huh,
camera.
we're gonna go fishing,
so it
Peggy.
looks like that there's waves.
It's gonna
going
be
on.
some great times. I'm gonna sell you some propane and propane accessories. Oh, I got a big one. Oh, Bobby.
Do you guys hear that sweet loon in the background? This is very authentic.
Oh, watch out for the gator. He's coming at you, Matthew.
Oh, we're in Florida?
I don't know where we're at.
I was thinking we'd be in like the woods of like Milwaukee, you know,
Oh.
like
Bass are everywhere, man.
I know, but like I want Milwaukee bass.
So yeah, so I'm
The
gonna
first
try
time I've
to
heard
I'm gonna
that
try to
before.
keep this up and running. So we're gonna play a round of this of the card game. But Matthew will go ahead and explain the rules because you probably remember them better than I have.
Yeah, I was just getting it all prepared. We don't have to
Oh, okay,
jump into it
I
right,
wasn't sure.
right away. I still got to set up.
So
a little bit,
anyways, so
So is this like the Pokemans? Is this?
No,
is
not
this
at
like
all.
the Pokemon
Is this like that Hearthstone?
No. We are building dungeons.
Is this Gwent? What are we playing?
We're not. No, it's not Gwent. So you are going to be a boss, a bad guy,
Ooh.
and you are building a dungeon. So the dungeons you build, we're trying to stop the heroes from entering. Or they enter our dungeons. We can't help that. They come into our dungeons. Okay.
So this
but-
is like a tower defense card game.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
we're trying to kill them before they take out some hit points on our bosses. So each room has their special attributes and little power ups and how many hit points they can do. The hit point is equal also to the damage point for them. So it's a fun little game.
Math is a key component.
Math is.
to gaming.
And last week we were doing very well with our math, man.
I know I was very surprised considering how my entire job revolves around math.
Oh, so you do math a lot?
Oh, dude, I'm an accountant kind of thing.
We got people that like numbers.
But it's so funny because you sit there and you do numbers all day, and then I go out to eat and I go to do a tip, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? And then you sit there and you realize, like, I do this for a living, and I can't even tip somebody. This is great.
I do this for a living.
Yeah, I can't math outside of work. That's for sure.
Oh, you're playing tracks?
I just picked it because while you're setting up, I figured we need some good villain music, so I picked a track from The Legend of Zelda.
Ooh, there we go. Okay. So everybody has their bosses. So I know we have a lot of chords and stuff, but you're going to build about 5 rooms, so you're going to need a little bit of space.
All right.
But
I'll spread out here.
2. So we go
we go.
1, 2.
And I just wish everybody could see just the magical way that he just shuffles these cards. It's
Which was so funny because we were so obsessed. Well, at least I was. I finally got like the first starter pack of like Cards Against Humanity, and then this comes out, and I'm like, fuck Cards Against Humanity. This is like my new jam.
This game's fun. So I passed out 5 room cards and also 2 spell cards. Here you go, Steve.
do I look at these? Do I not look at these?
Yes.
Yeah,
so
you can look at these.
You are going to look at them.
Okay.
You have to discard 2 of them.
Okay. Ooh, I love the art on here is fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah, it's all the 8-bit, and if you look really hard, each one, they have like little Easter eggs in them and stuff.
Oh, fun.
So they're fun. Okay, so
yeah.
we all have 5 room cards and 2 spell cards. So we are going to discard 2. Now that can be
2 rooms, 2 spells.
a little
one of
mixture.
each?
Yeah, it can be pretty much whatever floats your boat.
I see. These all look fantastic, though.
All right, got my 2 discards. One's a room, one's a spell.
One's a room, one's a spell. All right.
I'll do the same. That sounds fun.
Go ahead and throw these in the discards. Okay, so go ahead, Nick, and turn over your boss card.
Cleopatra.
Good
So
one.
go ahead and read.
Well, she is the mother of mummies. So level up. Search the room deck or discard pile for an advanced trap room. You may immediately build the room, and then this is in parentheses, by the way, over a room with a matching treasure type.
Okay.
So that's important, I guess.
So if you look down at the bottom portion of your card,
Yeah.
you have a little bag of money. So that goes with Thief.
Oh, okay.
Steve, go ahead and read your boss card.
My boss card is Seducua. I think that's correct, if I'm right. It's another female. These are new ones. This is kind of cool.
Yeah, we didn't have that one last week.
Yeah, no. You may search through town or the heroes deck to choose one hero and put it at the entrance of your dungeon.
Okay.
She has 600 XP.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
she has a spellbook.
Okay, so she's a mage.
Mage.
Steve, I'm sorry, Nick. How much is your XP for your boss?
850.
Okay. Wow, that's a good one.
That is a
Wow.
good one.
She's a badass boss.
Heck yeah. So I got Draculord. He's a hypnotic vampire. I had this one
I'm
last week.
hypnotic.
So his level up ability is he can target an opponent, reveal his or her cards to me. So if whoever I pick, I can take one and put it in my hand. So I can steal a card from you guys. That's my level up.
But as villains here, shouldn't we all just team up together and get the heroes?
I mean, technically, yeah, because we're all villains, but we still have to have a winner.
Oh, gotcha.
But my guy's got 900 XP, so.
Oh.
Hey y'all! Haha.
So Matthew then would go.
I go first.
You go
because I have
first
The highest level.
because he has the highest level.
So I'm gonna look at my room cards, and I'm also gonna look at my spell cards. So Nick, just to let you know, so when you look at your spell cards, you're gonna have a little icon in the bottom left-hand corner.
Right.
So one of them is a hammer going to the left. One is a mace going to the right.
Uh-huh.
And then one of them is a hammer and a mace together. So the hammer to the left is during the build phase, which is what we're currently going through right now.
Okay.
So when you build a room, if you have one that has the hammer on it, you could also play the spell card at the same time if you wanted to during the build phase. After that, we go to attack phase. So if you have the mace, that's when you can play that card.
Uh-huh.
If you have both of them, then you can play it anytime.
Ooh, that's a nice card to have.
The both of them?
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm going to go first. Well, actually, at this point, we can all go, because we're just
because there's no heroes yet.
Yeah, so we're going to pick a room that you want to build, but put it face down.
Yeah, now the room, do you tell them about the icons of the room?
So at the bottom,
Right.
Or at the top?
Top.
oh, that's right.
Yeah, so if you have like...
good call, Steve.
Yeah, if you basically, whatever the icon is, you can put that down, but it has to be a silver icon.
Yeah, there's silver icons and gold
they're
ones.
gold ones. Now the gold ones will be used later on, where like when you're building your dungeon thing, you can upgrade your room then
Yeah.
with a gold one. But it has to be the same icon. It has to have the same icons at the bottom of the card.
Yeah.
I'm like trying to remember. I'm like, what are those called?
So at this point, I'm going to put my room card that I'm building face down, so you guys can do that as well.
All right, done and done.
You good, Steve?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to reveal my room. I built a dark laboratory. It's a trap room. When you build this room, draw 2 spell cards, then discard a spell card. So I'm going to pull 2 spell cards. I'm going to check them out, and I'm going to discard 1. So I get to keep this spell. All right, Nick, go ahead.
All right.
Just let me know when you want to drop your tracks.
Oh, okay.
So this is the Spectre Sanctum. It's a monster room. When you build this room, choose an opponent. That opponent discards a random spell card.
Turn this down a little bit.
Oh, I can always adjust it too.
And okay.
Well, Matthew, since you just picked up some new spells, I think you should probably discard a spell card.
Oh, dispels. Okay.
I'm gonna dispel a spell.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Steve.
All right, mine is a Minotaur's Maze. It's a monster room. The first time a hero enters this room, send it back to the previous room. It has 0 hit points.
Okay. So now we are at the attack phase, but first we have to draw 3 heroes because there's 3 players. So I'm going to reveal the first one. We've got a thief. His name is Sir Digby Apple, and he's an ace detective.
But he's also a thief. That's a weird dichotomy.
Yeah. Next up, we have another thief. His name is Jesta the Rogue. And, I'm sorry. So Sir Digby is 8 hit points. Jesta is 6. And then we also have another thief. Wow. Heads up, thief.
Good job shuffling, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like, hi, you've never played this game before? Prepare to die.
We're good. I'm going to put that on the bottom. Just want to make sure. So we got 3 thieves. This last guy is Joe Man Chinman.
Joe Menchimin.
He's a cut purse. So
I cut your purse.
I don't have any thief bags.
All I have is I'm just have warrior stuff right now.
Okay, so these all go through Nick's dungeon.
Oh, rock and roll.
All right.
Well,
So here's the first guy. Do you have an attack spell that you maybe want
I
to?
do.
Yeah, you want to throw that down?
Yeah, let's. Well, it's an assassin,
Okay.
so hopefully this assassin will take care of business. Let me read this here. Choose a hero in an opponent's dungeon. Give that hero +3. That does me.
Oh, no, that's what you want to
good.
use against somebody else.
Right. So that one I want to hold on to.
Yeah, for sure, for
okay.
sure. But hey, heads up.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so
I hadn't read it yet. I didn't know any better.
all right, so this thief coming in, is that an 8 down there?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's a tough guy.
So let's just be safe to say that all these guys are gonna.
Fuck your shit up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the clinical term, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So let's just have all of them go through, and you're gonna leave them face up because you're gonna get a little blood point.
Okay.
So unfortunately, when you get 5 blood points, you die.
Well,
But
I'm that much closer.
the thing about it is, you might seem like that kind of sucks right now, but the game can turn around very quick.
Yeah, there could be some cards that might come out where you're able to bring a hero back to life and run him through your dungeon again, because then your dungeon's more built up, and then he dies. So then instead of you losing a hit point,
You gain
you gain a
you
soul.
gain a soul. Yeah.
So it's very crazy how this game could kind of work.
So all these jackasses are coming straight at me right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
So
so-
currently you've got three hit points.
3 hit
for
points.
you, but that's
Yeah.
kind of shitty. But
Well, I'm a rookie at dungeon building, so
no worries. So okay.
Now, do we draw another
We
card?
all draw a room deck. So here you go. There you go. And all right. So unfortunately, I cannot build anything right now, so I'm not going to.
Okay, let's see what I got.
So do I still have to? I have to do a silver thing.
You have to do a silver. You
Okay.
can do a gold if you but it has to be the same.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Icon.
I gotcha. But I can do a silver.
Yep.
Yes.
So I don't know what the hell this person's saying, but I like this track. Turn it down a little bit. Are you building a room?
Yeah.
Okay. Go
Okay,
ahead.
so
Yeah,
we're good.
go ahead and reveal.
Okay, so mine is the Haunted Library. This is a trap room. At the beginning of your turn, you may draw from the spell deck instead of the room deck. This has a spell book and is 1 life point.
So at the beginning of your turn, so that would mean next
Turn,
go
I
round?
can.
Okay.
Yeah. So instead of me taking a room spell, I can take a spell room card.
Yeah,
I'll
you
take
just,
a spell card.
Just let me know what you want to do.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna have to ask you guys. Do you pronounce this is the Neanderthal cave? Do you pronounce it Neanderthal or do you pronounce it Neanderthal?
I say Neanderthal.
Neanderthal. How do you
Okay.
pronounce it?
No, that's how I pronounce it. But sometimes when you're watching those science shows and they're like, "Oh, it's pronounced Neanderthal.
Margie,
I'm
it's
like,
a Neanderthal.
Yeah, I still say Brontosaurus, okay?
Damn right, it's a brontosaurus.
Wait, what do they
Oh.
call it now?
I think they went back to Brontosaurus.
Okay.
They're like, oh, come on, let's just give let's give them this one thing.
I'd be like, look, the thing's dead. It's not going to be cared.
Yeah.
The thing's soul's probably walking around going like, actually, my name is Frank. I don't know where you got this Brontosaurus crap from, but you can go fuck yourself.
Oh, I've got some bad news with this card though. It says you cannot build an advanced room on the Neanderthal cave.
On top of it, yeah. So basically, if you have another card that matches up with that card, you cannot build on it. But it's also 3 life hit points to a hero that comes through your maze. So
Those Neanderthals. This guy, he's brandishing a spear. He looks deadly. He looks deadly.
We kill. Things come through dungeon. At least it's better than my haunted library. Woo! You forgot to check out your bill.
Overdue.
Yeah, overdue. Ghost like zoinks.
All right, so let's do our 3 heroes. Hopefully we go a little bit better this go around. First up, we have the Fool. Okay, so if you were listening last week, the Fool is lured to the dungeon with the player with the fewest souls. So currently, none of us have souls.
Yeah, no one has souls right now,
nobody's
so.
winning right now, so the Fool's just going to be chilling there. We've got a fighter. His name is Johnny of the Evening Watch, so throw out to Game of Thrones there.
Nice.
We have another fighter. His name is Bowden the Pantsless.
Ah, crap.
Oh.
All right, so Steve's got the...
I have one sword.
You have one sword?
He also has one sword.
Oh, I've got no sword, so all right. We don't do anything this round. They just stay there.
All right.
So we go back to the room deck. So
Go back to the building.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Here you go, Steve. All right.
I'm trying to remember. When you build a room, can you put down only one room card at a turn?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to double check before I start doing stuff, and then you're like, you can't do that, Steve. You suck at life.
I would never say that, but I would tell you that you couldn't do that. So this time around, I am going to build a room. Yay. All right.
Room building.
You got one? You got one?
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to build the Spectre Sanctum. Sanctum. When you build this room, choose an opponent. Then that opponent discards a random spell card. So let me see. Do you have any spell cards?
I have the one.
You have one, Steve?
Yeah, I have one as well.
Go ahead, Steve.
You want me to discard mine?
Yeah. Give me
He already
a
knows
spell.
what mine is, so it's just.
Oh
advantageous.
dang! I'm fucked up.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Oh man, I did forget. I forgot.
It's all right.
That's okay. Shit. Damn it.
It might have benefit factor you.
I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Go ahead.
All right. So I don't know if you guys have heard of this. It's called a Brainsucker Hive.
Ah, yes.
The
Big fan.
latest
fan.
cool thing. It's a monster room. So once per turn, if a hero dies in this room, you may draw a spell card.
Okay.
Very cool. And I am upgrading a room. I'm upgrading my haunted library to the All-Seeing Eye
What'd you upgrade it from?
from the haunted library.
Yeah, but I mean hit point wise.
Oh, hit point went from 1 to 3.
Okay. My Spectre Sanctum has 2, by the way. What about you?
Oh yeah, the Brainsuckers. They have the 2 hit points.
Okay.
This says, once per turn, when an opponent plays a spell card, you may discard a spell card to cancel its effect.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Nice.
That's pretty powerful.
Yeah, you can block it. All right.
That's if I had spell cards.
Yeah, but you have the option to... Oh,
No, I don't, because I upgraded that room.
all right. Well, there we go. Well, I guess technically I should have asked you if you wanted to spell or a room card. I just
Oh,
gave
well.
you a room card, but...
Yeah, it happens.
All right, let's go. Let's go mages. Next up, we've got Kelish Nine Fingers. I think that's maybe another little nod over at Game of Thrones. He's a mage with 6 hit points. Then we got another mage, Teague and the Magic Bubble, 4 hit points. Let's see, and another mage. Yeah, I don't think I shuffled those very well. We have Mitchell the Judge, and he's got 6 hit points. So I've got 2 mage books.
I have 2 mage books as well.
I've got the one.
Ooh, cancel it out.
We're going to get fucked soon, aren't we?
Well, they're just waiting in town, but we're also building rooms. So.
That's true.
All right, so you get a room you get a room card, right? You don't have any cards on your thing that allows you to pick either a spell or.
No.
All right. And you got rid of yours, so
Yeah, so-
here's a room card for you.
Ooh. All right, let's see what I'm going to do.
I'm just listening to the song now.
It's a good track.
It's good.
This is it's him, that all-female band, with Calvin Harris.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but yeah, this is a good track. I really like it. So I am going.
Oh, yeah, and then that's another rule. When you're building, once you get to 5, you can only have a maximum of 5 room cards.
Uh-huh.
And is that including your boss room, or is that not including the boss room?
I'm sorry. What?
When you build 5 room cards, you can only have 5 rooms unless you decide to destroy them or upgrade them.
Yeah, 5 plus your boss card.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's okay. So yeah.
Yeah.
So your boss card does not count as a room card then. But
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
so
So, okay, I am going to upgrade one of my rooms. So.
You're gonna. Oh,
Are you building something?
yeah. I mean, I don't know about this upgrade, so I have to. So let's say it has to have the same icon on the bottom right.
Yeah,
and I
so
okay.
sometimes the cards will have two. Like
Uh-huh.
me, I have one that's a double mage, but
gotcha.
it really classifies as one. I don't
Okay.
need to have another card that has two mage.
Yeah, so
books on
sometimes
it.
you'll run across cards that have like a sword and like the
A cleric,
like a
the-
cleric
the
symbol
little
or
cross.
whatnot, but
yeah.
you can put, if you have a sword or a cleric symbol, you can put that card on
Yeah.
top of it.
Okay.
So-
It's just as long as it's the same like icon on the top, and then the one's a gold. So
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
so if
thinking about doing an upgrade.
so usually,
then.
yeah, usually if you get one of those cards that has every single icon on it, you can place it on anything.
Oh, okay.
So what about you?
Yeah, I upgrade. I didn't upgrade, but I made a new room.
Okay. So I'm gonna upgrade my Dark Laboratory to the All-Seeing Eye. Once per turn, when an opponent plays a spell card, you may discard a spell card to cancel its effects. So.
Sounds
Join me,
familiar.
brother.
So I upgraded from 1 hit point to 3. So it's a little bit better.
So I guess I could say, Matthew, you and I see each other now, eye to eye.
Eye to eye. Hell yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, man. Goofy movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, I went with an upgrade here too. This is called the Vampire Bordello. It's an advanced monster room. Once per turn, if a hero dies in this room, you may heal 1 wound, flip over 1 faced-up hero, adding its soul value to your total.
Nice.
Nice.
Good. That's a good card.
And also an upgrade from 2 to 3 hit points on that one.
That's a good position for it too.
Very nice. I just made a new room called the Succubus Spa. It is 1 hit point. Once per turn, if a hero dies in this room, choose an opponent. Take a random room or spell card from that opponent's hand.
Okay.
Which I don't think is going to happen unless there's like a hero with 1 hit point.
I don't know. Let's see. All right. Draw 3 more new heroes. Flipping the first one.
Oh, nice. No effects.
Sorry about that. We've got a cleric, Asia, Warrior of Light, 6 hit points. We have a mage, Dartian, Elf, Pyromancer with 8 hit points. And then a thief, Kins Klasky. He's the Mad Conquistador, and he's 6 hit points.
Oh my goodness! I'm gonna rip some shit up.
So, okay, let's go fighters. So we've got 2 fighters on the deck. I have no swords.
I have 1 sword.
I have 1.
Okay, so fighters get canceled out. Mages, I have 1 book.
I have 2 books.
I have 1.
All right, mages go to Steve.
Shit.
All right, so first up we have 9 Fingers coming through with 6 hit points.
Okay, well he dominated my thing because I only have 4.
All right,
So he passed through my thing.
okay. So next
That's-
up we have Teagan the Magic Bubble, 4 hit points.
Oh, finally. So I get to kill this guy. So he goes through my Succubus and goes through my All-Seeing Eye. And let's see, once per turn. Okay, so nothing happens if he dies in that room, but I get a soul. So
Okay. Then we have Mitchell the Judge, who is 6 hit points.
he's going to dominate me. All right, so that's 2 heroes that made it through my thing. So I am up 1 soul point, but down 2 life points.
Okay, and then next up we have the Elf Pyromancer that comes through with 8.
Oh, I didn't know there was 4 mages. Okay, so
Yeah.
he dominates me as well, and so I've now down to 2 life points and 1 soul.
Okay, Cleric, I've got 2.
I have 1.
I also have 1.
So, all right, this cleric comes through me. Again, this is Asia, the Warrior of Light. She has 6 hit points. Goes in my Spectre Sanctum, that's 2, so she's down to 4. Goes into my All-Seeing Eye, which is 3, which leaves her with 1. And she kills me. Well, hits me. She didn't kill me. She hit me.
She hit on you.
So,
Blah.
I am down 1 life point there. What about Thief?
I have no thief bags.
I have 1.
I have none. All right, so this Thief is going to go through Nyx, and this is what? Yep. My bad.
What happened? What'd you do?
Turn it down a little bit. This is Klauski, the Mad Conquistador, so he's got 6 hit points for you.
All right, so let's take a look here. So my first room with the brain suckers, that's 2. That leaves him with 4. The Neanderthal, that's 3 hit points down for him, leaving him with 1. But that Vampire Bordello,
Got him?
3 hit points. That killed him. And I believe there's something that happens. If a hero dies in this room, you may heal 1 wound. Oh,
Ooh.
yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
So basically, then you get to flip one of those hero cards into a soul card. Is that it?
We'll flip it over there, and you get the little gold coin thing right
so
there.
then one of these hit points that I lost becomes a soul?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So you are.
So now you're down instead of 3 hit points, you only have been hit twice, I
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah. And
And then you also have 2 souls. So
Ooh, I like the placement of that's magical.
yeah, that's a great
That is
great
magical
card
right
placement.
there.
So we also have the Fool, which is he goes and he's lured into the dungeon with the player with the fewest souls. So you have 2,
I have 1.
you have 1, I have none. So he's gonna
Go
lured
after me.
to my.
How many hit points is this guy?
No, he's coming to me.
Oh, he's coming to see you.
No, you have soul. You
Oh,
have
yeah, I
one
have 1.
soul.
Oh, okay.
I have none. So
I
he
thought it
comes to
was
me.
like.
So he's got 2 hit points, but he also goes into my Spectre Sanctum, which is 2. So I kill him too. So I have a hit point, or I have a soul. I do have a soul.
Are you sure?
All right.
You're no Ginge.
All right, so now we're back to building.
All right. Back to the build
right.
phase.
Let's see what we got here.
I'm just
That's-
reading all of this stuff. Such good literature.
Oh. Fuck.
What?
Should have remembered that for the first part. I totally forgot about the Minotaur's maze that I had. Basically, the first time a hero enters this room, send it back to the previous room.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh yeah.
That
Oh
room
yeah.
has no hit points. So
yeah, it has no hit
yeah.
points, so it would have gone back and got hit again 3 times.
Ah shit. Well,
I gotta learn how to read.
fuck, man.
That's
Now,
all
is
right.
that first time per turn, or is that just first time
I guess
ever?
I guess it's the first time a hero enters this room, so I'm guessing.
Yeah, it would only happen. So if he had multiple people come through, it would only happen on the first guy that came through.
Okay.
Okay.
Once per turn.
Okay.
Should learn to
But
read.
your turn.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
we're fine. I'll learn next time. I totally forgot about it. I'm like, why the fuck did I put down this card that has 0 hit points? I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking?
Yeah, and he goes back to a room with 3. So
Yeah.
that's,
Yeah.
that's good placement.
Well, sorry, buddy.
Oh, next time.
All right, so we've got the Witch's Kitchen, Monster Room. Once per turn, you may discard a monster card to draw a spell card.
Ooh.
I was going to use something similar to that, but instead, I'm going to go with the Bottomless Pit. This is a trap room. Destroy this room, kill a hero in this room. Wait, what?
Oh, I think if a hero dies in that.
Oh,
room-
if he
Because there's a thing where you can destroy, like if you have 5, I'm trying to remember, if you build like 5 rooms but you want to put something down, you can destroy a room and replace it with another room. But I'm trying to remember how that rule goes.
I'm sorry, what?
His card, it's like it said destroy the room or
It
Okay.
says destroy this room, kill a hero in this room. So I don't know if that's one of the guys that hasn't come through yet.
Destroy the room, kill a hero in this room.
Like save the.
Well, I'm trying to
cheerleader,
remember
save
how
the
you
world.
destroy rooms.
Yeah, let me look it up.
So I wasn't sure if like if your thing is full and then you want to like, oh, I don't like this room anymore, I want to destroy it, it gives you something after you destroy it. And then if a hero dies in that room, I'm trying to remember all these things. I only played this once.
Yeah. I'll tell you.
Was it on
Fucking-
air?
Yeah, we played it. Yeah, actually, we played 1 round on air, and then after it was done, we were all sitting there going like, "This is kind of fun." So we kind of cleaned up everything to have more space on the table.
Yeah,
we
we
played another round.
a few rounds.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. I'm digging it.
Yeah, I'm really like, I want this game.
So, okay, to destroy a room. A room that is destroyed is sent to the discard pile from play. If there is a room under the room, hell yeah.
Oh, nice.
Okay. If there is a room under that room, it is revealed, not destroyed or built. If this creates a hole in your dungeon, all the cards slide to the right towards the boss to close the gap. You may only destroy a room if it is active and if a card specifically allows you to do so.
I might destroy it just for fun.
I mean,
Just on its placement, it's my very first room that they're gonna hit.
you
so
have the ability to do that.
That's
you
part
would
of the
like
thing
to.
about being, a villain such as Cleopatra. It's just destroying rooms.
Yeah, I mean, Cleopatra coming at you.
Bitch, be cray.
All right, what are you doing, Steve?
I upgraded one of my rooms from the Succubus Spa to the Dracula Lair. Once per turn, you may discard 2 room cards to choose 1 room card from the discard pile and put it into your hand. This is a cleric, and it's also worth 3 heart points.
Okay, awesome. I went ahead and put 3 heroes down. So we still have 2 fighters waiting in town. I drew a cleric. This is Charles the Young, 6 hit points. We also have another cleric, Nick the Masher, which is 4 hit points.
Oh, I like that name.
Heck yeah,
Nick.
man, you're in the game! And we also have, drum roll, please, a fighter! Fire's Breath, heroine of Arcadia.
Heroin.
Yeah. The
He's
drug of Arcadia.
He's really
Fire.
addicting.
Straight to the veins, bro. 6 hit points. So, fighters.
I have 1 sword.
I have 1.
Fighters, stay there. I have no swords. Cleric, I have 2.
I have 1.
I have 1.
All right, cleric's coming to me. So first up, we have Charles the Young. Enters my dungeon into the witch's kitchen, which is 1 hit point.
Is that a euphemism? Enters my dungeon in the witch's kitchen.
Oh, dearie. I have something to show you. Cobwebs.
Yeah. It's so great to see a boy.
No,
Oh, a man. Oh, my gosh.
No one has seen my cauldron for years.
All right, so Charles has 6 life points. Comes into my witch's kitchen. That's -1. So, boom, he's at 5. Spectre Sanctum. Boom. That's 2 hit points. He's down to 3. Walks into my All-Seeing Eye, which is 3. Boom. He is dead. Sorry, bro. So that's 2 for me. 2 souls. We have another cleric. This is Nick the Masher, who has 4. Walks into my kitchen. That's 1 down to 3. Spectre Sanctum, 2. Boom. That's down to 1. All-Seeing Eye, that's 3. This guy is dead. I am at 3 souls total.
And how many souls do you need to win? Is it 10?
10.
Okay.
All right.
For some reason, I kept thinking it was 5.
No, it's 5.
Yeah, hit points.
Yeah. Okay, so building phase again.
Oh, thank you.
So also, Nick, since you're at 4 rooms right now, if you build another one, you get 5, and that's when you can use your Cleopatra level up ability.
Oh, gotcha. Gotcha.
Heck yeah.
Sing it.
It's a good track. I like this track. The L ones. Should I do it? I don't know. Yeah, I'll do it.
Follow your heart.
I'll
That's
do
what
it.
I always say.
I'll do it. I need to get rid of some.
rattled the cages. Cages were rattled.
All right, so I am going to upgrade my Spectre Sanctum to the Vampire Bordello.
That's a good one.
It is a good one. Unfortunately, the placement of it is not where I want it, but that's okay. Once per turn, if a hero dies in this room, you may heal 1 wound. So, or flip over the face. Yeah, I got my stuff.
I know what you're saying. Flip a bitch.
Yeah, I'm about to flip that shit.
That's a thing, after all. So I'm going to do an upgrade. I just put down the Bottomless Pit, and now my Bottomless Pit is going to be the Crushinator.
Nice.
This is an advanced trap room, you guys. I don't know if you knew that. So to destroy another room in your dungeon until end of turn, your rooms have +2. So I guess that's only if I destroy a room. But otherwise, it looks very dangerous. It reminds me of some of the levels in Mario games where you'd have the big, like the thwomps
vines.
coming down.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it looks deadly.
I have the Brain Sucker Hive, the monster room. Once per turn, if a hero dies in this room, you may draw a spell card, and that is worth 2 hit points and is also part of the mage.
So, how many rooms do you have?
I have 4
Yeah, 4. Okay.
because I've done a lot of upgrades.
Okay.
I was trying to be on like flip this house,
HGTV, y'all.
flip this dungeon.
Oh, we've gotten to the point where we now have epic hero cards.
So that's my life.
All right, so I'm going to do the first hero. We have a cleric. Delta Rayos? I don't know.
Delta House.
Delta, let's just call him Delta for short. Delta, he's the Angel of Light. That's 8 hit points. And we have a fighter, Samurai Tom, 6 hit points. And then we have an epic hero who is a mage. His name is Temperos the Time Martyr, and he's 11 hit points.
Marty, we have to travel through time.
So, all right, fighters.
I have 1.
I have the 1.
All right, fighters are still there. Cleric, I have 2.
I have 1.
I have 1.
All right, so clerics again are me. So we'll go up with Delta, Angel of Light, walks into my Witch's Kitchen. That's 1. He's down to 7. Walks into my Vampire Bordello. That's 3. He's down to 4. Thank you. And then goes to my All-Seeing Eye, which is 3. He's down to 1. He gets a hit on me. Bummer. All right. Next. No, we're good. Because we have another fighter. So, mages.
I have 3 books.
I have 2.
I have 1.
You get Tempros, the epic hero.
All right, what do we got here?
All right, he's got 11.
Oh, boy. Okay, so he goes through my first dungeon, Brainsucker Hive, gets knocked down to 2, so I believe he's at 9. Then he goes to my Dracula Lair. He gets knocked down to 3 points, so that's going to be 6. Then he gets hit down at my All-Seeing Eye with another 3 points, so now he's at 3. But since now I know I have this card, this first hero entered this room is sent back to the previous room, so he goes back to the All-Seeing Eye and loses 3 points.
Awesome.
So I killed this epic hero, and how much are these guys worth?
They're worth 2 souls.
2 souls, so I'm now up to 3.
And you got him to exactly 0, so that's style points too.
Yeah, man, that was
Sweet.
rad.
I was like, finally.
I was like super pumped for you right there. All right, we're back to the building phase.
All right.
So here's a room deck for you.
Am I going to upgrade or am I going to level up?
The world may never know.
Ah, fuck my life.
James Earl Jones died.
Wait, did he
Wait,
die?
What?
Yeah, I saw that online today.
Everyone said it was a rumor that he
Oh,
died.
it was rumor?
Yeah, I heard that on the radio today where, like, John Holmberg from 98 KPD was talking about how he's like, his email was blowing up saying that James Earl Jones died, and he thinks it was a ruse. So I don't know if that's true or not. I did not. I think I would have seen that on Facebook with all the nerds I know and all the comic stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like anytime a celebrity dies, like that's the entire news feed.
That's like
at that
everybody's
point.
news
Right.
feed. So I didn't see any of that today.
Yeah, it's a hoax.
It's
Never
a
mind.
hoax.
All right, never mind. Well, Daryl Dawkins did die.
Daryl Dawkins.
Chocolate
58
Thunder.
Yeah, Chocolate Thunder.
Oh.
He was 58. That's young, man.
Yeah, I know. You posted that. I was all like, oh, man.
That's really young,
Too young, for sure.
for sure.
I'm going to
All right.
go. I'm going to build a room.
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to build a room.
Okay.
Hey, y'all belittle my people.
Jeez, man, I need to.
You need to level up.
All right,
You need to level up your life, man.
I'm gonna build a bottomless pit.
No!
Destroy this room. Kill a hero in this room. And it's only one
Eh.
point. Yeah,
Well, I'm gonna throw on a 5th room here, so that levels me up, right?
Yeah, you can use your level up ability.
So this is a Witch's Kitchen. We've discussed that one before. So I'll just remind you that it's 1 point and it is a spellbook card. But my level up, what does that do to me here? Search the room deck or discard pile for an advanced trap room. So I can just grab an advanced trap room and be like, hell yeah,
Yeah,
let's
you
advance
can
this trap.
Look through the discard pile.
This is like the worst thing ever for me.
Let me
But
get all this
my trap
spell
room is
cards.
already upgraded, so I don't know that that's really gonna.
Yeah, but you can do it. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of. Does it say discard pile or?
It says it's discard pile.
All right. Well, if there's not one in there, then I guess.
Well, that's a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
All right, I have put down my last room card, so I level up. This is the Dark Altar. Destroy this room. Choose one card from the discard pile and put it into your hand. This is worth 1 hit point, and it is a 2 clerics. So that levels me up. I believe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. So my level up is I may search through town or the hero deck to choose one hero and put it through my entrance to my dungeon.
Oh, you can choose one. You can be like, hey, you with 4 hit points.
Yeah.
Come here.
Yeah, I can pretty much pick.
There is one with 4 hit points. Or you can go. Or we have epic heroes.
Well, let me.
So you're kind of in a position where you could go off easy and get 1, or you could maybe take a.
Yeah, let me.
wanna
Yeah,
look
let me look through the epic heroes, see if there's anybody I can knock out.
All right.
Let's see.
I'm looking for a really.
I have a
weird
feeling none of
epic
them are even close to my. Because that one room only works once time, I believe.
Which one of you epic heroes is the least epic?
Yeah. Oh man, I just became epic, man.
Yeah, all,
But I'm still at like 10 hit points, y'all.
all these guys are fucked.
Epic-ish?
So I'm gonna take. Let's see what I got. I guess I'll take one of the ones with 6.
Okay. Let's go, Samurai Tom.
Samurai Tom, you
Sorry,
go through
buddy.
my Dark Altar, 1 point. Then you go through my Banesucker Hive, that's 2 points, so now you're down to 3. And then you die in my Draculaire, and I don't get anything when this guy dies, but I do get a soul, so I am up to 4.
All right.
I will say this, I did look through the Epic Hero pack, and fuck.
Okay, well, here we go. 3 new epic heroes coming out. First one is a mage, Tarek Warhelm. He's a half elf archmage. That's kind of cool. We also have a cleric, Kibros Dirtbeard. He's a K9 cleric.
Yarg, I'm Dirtbeard.
We also have another cleric, Caitlyn, Angelic Healer. So Caitlyn is 11 hit points, Dirtbeard is 11, and then Warhelm is 13. So, fighters.
I have 1.
1.
I have 0. So, fighters are still chilling there. Mages, I have 2.
I have 3.
Ooh, all right. So, you get Warhelm coming through with 13.
Oh, boy. Well, I think this, because that room, I don't even know why I keep that room then. Goes through my Dark Altar, that's 1 point, down to 12. Then goes to my Brainsucker Hive, that's 2 points, down to 10. Then it goes to my Draculaire, which is 3 points, so now it's down to 7. Then goes to my All-Seeing Eye, which is 3 points, so that brings it down to...
Well, you went 7 minus 3?
7 minus 3, so that's
4.
4. There we go. I'm like, where's my map? And then goes through my Minotaur's Maze, but I guess that's only the first time a hero enters this room. Send it back to the previous room. Even if it did do that, it would only take off 3, so I think it still wins. So
Yeah, you'd still have 1 left.
1 left. So yeah, so that hits me. So I've been hit 4 times.
4. Yeah. Woo, shit, buddy.
Yeah.
All right. Clerics, I have 2.
I have 3.
Oh, no. I have 1.
I'm probably
Shit.
dead this round.
All right, this one's I didn't read his name,
11.
but it's Dirtbeard. He's 11.
Dirtbeard. It's 1, that's 10. 2, that's 8. 3, that's 5. 3 again is 2. Yep, I'm dead. That's 5.
All right, so Steve is done. Sorry, buddy.
Thanks for playing.
All right.
This Minotaur card sucks.
Shit. And then, yeah, I have 2 clerics, and you have.
I have just 1.
All right, so I guess I would be the next one. So, Caitlyn, the healer, is going to come through, gets in my bottomless pit. That's 1. Down to 10, Witch's Kitchen. That's 1. Down to 9. Vampire Bordello. That's 3. Down to 6. All-Seeing Eye. That's 3. Down to 3. And she gets a hit. And that is 2 hit points from her. So I'm down to 4.
So I've noticed we haven't
Oh,
done a
wait,
lot
that
of
counted as 2 hit points? Oh, then I would have been dead from the first mage.
Oh, yeah.
Because I had 3 already, and then that's 2, so.
Oh, the little... Okay.
Yeah.
We haven't done a lot of spells. I'm not really...
I know.
Yeah, like,
that's
well,
true.
Matthew stole the card from me, which I could have used, but...
And
Sorry,
I've got this
dude.
one, and I'm like, when do I jump in and
Oh,
spell
you could
guys?
actually
Yeah.
throw that down as soon as
Yeah.
they pick a hero. So if a hero's
Oh,
going through
okay.
the thing, so if Matthew,
Oh.
if you see that Matthew's going to win, like he could win that thing, you could throw down that card, and that would give that hero 3 extra life points. That's what the assassin does. So basically, yeah, there's certain cards that you can just play like at the turn,
Yeah.
and there's other cards that are like you have to build them or whatnot. But yeah, so if someone's coming through Matthew's dungeon, yeah, because I'm not in the game anymore. But if someone's coming through Matthew's dungeon and they're gonna win, like they could probably like Matthew's gonna steal that soul. You could literally throw that card down, and that'd be 3 more points,
He's like, hey, guess what?
and then he could get screwed.
Yeah, spells were non-existent this game, and I mean it's
But
on
yeah.
me. I didn't use any spells.
No,
so
no, but
it's
I'm
on
just
all of
saying,
us.
like if you want to use that card, you can play during the round. Basically, is how it works.
Oh, yeah, it's not something that I wanted to use. Where'd
So
it
there's
go?
2 ways you can win. You can get
Okay.
10 souls, or you can eliminate your opponent.
Ah.
So I'm pretty sure we'll see what happens if Matthew upgrades or whatnot, but you can always just be like, fuck you, Matt. But yeah, that's how that card works. Because I had it 1 round, the last game we played, and I never played it when I should have played it.
Yeah.
Like I forgot to. I was like, I don't know when to throw this down. But yeah, so you can look at his hit points. So if the guy has 11 hit points and you count Matthew's dungeon and he has exact 11 hit points, you throw that card down.
Oh, now
that
it's 14.
gave him 14.
I'm going to upgrade my Witch's Kitchen to a Liger's Den. Once per turn, you may play a spell card, draw a spell card. So
I know, I'm
upgraded from
not
one to
helping
2.
Matthew right now.
I'm literally going to do the same thing. Like, exactly the same
But I'm a
thing.
ghost. My dungeon's haunted.
All right, 3 new heroes.
Bring it.
Oh my gosh! First up, we have a cleric. This is Lord Van It. He's got 13 hit points. We have a fighter. This is Anadonis, the Rune Knight. He's got 13. Another fighter, we have Frankolf, the Envoy.
The invalid?
The Envoy, sorry. And he's 11. Fighters, I've got none.
Oh, I've got the one.
Oh,
That's
you
more.
look at all these fighters! All right, here you go, man. First up, you've got Johnny of the Evening Watch. He's 8.
All right, Johnny, how do you like this? So in our very first Liger room, you lose 2, you're down to 6. The Crusher crushes you for 2 more, down to 4. The Brain Sucker sucks out 2, leaving you with 2. The Neanderthals take care of this fighter.
So you have another soul.
And so, yeah, gives me 1 more. Look
There
at
you
me.
go.
Up to 3.
Next up, you got Bowden. He's 4. Chump.
So, yeah, if you weren't paying attention before,
I do what I need to do.
he gets to the Crushinator.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for the soul.
He's so weak, I can take out the
Anything special in that?
Oh, it's only when I destroy the room.
All right. Next up, the other fighter, we have Fire Breath. 6.
You know what I do?
points.
I'm a fire breath. I go through a dungeon. It's so weird. It's crazy.
So fighter loses 2 from the Liger, loses 2 from the Crushinator, and the Brain Sucker brings the fighter down to 0 once per turn. If a hero dies in this room, you may draw a spell card, and I will do exactly that.
No joke's on him. I don't have a brain. It's so weird.
All right, we got an epic fighter. This is
no.
Frankov. That's 11.
Frank up. Oh man, he is blowing fire. That's amazing. And he has 2 blood droplets, so that means he would take out 2 hit points for me.
Yep.
So Liger brings him down to 9. Crushinator brings him down to 7. Brain Sucker brings him down to 5. Neanderthals are worth 3. That brings him down to 2. Vampire Bordello is 3. Takes him down to -1.
And anything happens
Yeah, but-
when he dies in that
If
room?
a hero dies in this
He
room, you
gets to
may
heal.
heal 1 wound.
Ooh, so now you get that soul, which is worth 2.
Plus,
5. He's 7. He's at 8.
Ooh, so
What
you
the
just
fuck,
need
man?
2 more points to win.
it's an embarrassment of riches over here.
Shit, buddy.
Wasn't that funny how you just said how you could start out horrible and then
Yeah.
the game could
Yeah,
turn
that
around?
was
So,
huge turnaround.
We have the Rune Knight. That's 13.
Oh, okay. So what was that? Let's see how this goes. Okay, so -2 from Liger, 11. -2 from the Crushinator, that's 9. Brain Sucker brings him down to 7. Neanderthals from 7 to 4. Vampire Bordello brings him down to 1. He gets a hit off, or 2 hits
Shit.
off on me.
2 hits, yeah.
Oh man, he looks like a badass too. So yeah, that basically, I mean, it took me down 1 total hit point,
Yeah.
because I, flipped that 1. So
It's a good round.
yeah, I'll take it. It's
For
like
sure.
a productive out
Actually,
in
this is the
baseball.
first time we've had anybody actually kill somebody in the dungeon. Because the last 2 games we played, none of us died.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, this one's really interesting. Eric, you should not be here anymore. 'Cause, our game became interesting.
We love Eric.
I really want to throw it. Matthew, we love you, Eric.
Clerics, I got 2.
I've got 1.
Okay, so sweet. So, all right. Van Et is going to come through mine. He's got 13. So it goes in my bottom pit. That's 1, down to 12. Liger's Den, that's 2, down to 10. Vampire Bordello hits me. That's down. That's 3, down to 7. And then he goes in my All-Seeing Eye. 3, that's 4. So boom, he hits me, and that's 2. So I'm up to 7. I died. I'm down. 6. My bad.
That makes the rookie the winner over here.
Yes, sir.
That's amazing.
You won.
That's amazing.
And you know
Beginner's
what's?
luck.
That's what I think is so funny. You started off with the worst,
Oh,
you got
yeah.
annihilated at the first
right.
first round, and then you came back and dominated.
That's fun. Do you like it? That's a fun game.
Yeah, this is very cool. Obviously, there's a huge learning curve to it. So when you first just jump in, it's like, yeah, these
Well-
have really cool pictures on them, but I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Well, it's true. It's like, look at, like, this is the third time I played it. I'm like, fucking Minotaur thing. I believe these are all my room decks. Do we want to play another round off air, or do we want to keep going for a bit?
I think we're good, man. Let's close it up shop.
All right. Well, this has been another episode of the Socially Awkward Show. Of course, you can find us on Socially Awkward Studios, 4iRadio.com, Facebook, Twitter, Spreaker, iTunes, Stitcher, Zune, Marketplace, BlackBerry Podcast, Blueberry Podcast, Mirror Guide, Pod Directory, Double Twist, YouTube, Swell Radio, SoundCloud, and Player FM. And of course, if you want to help us out and support the show, go to Amazon.com. Don't go to Amazon.com. Go to the Sasquatch.net. Click on the Amazon banner and shop like you normally do. If you want to pick up this great game on Amazon, I'm sure you can do that. There's 2 packs out right now.
Yep.
You should just put a link straight to the game. Just
right to this game.
Right, no, just right to this game, and then you can do your promo thing with that. So when somebody buys the game, you make the $1.50 off of the sale or something like that.
That'd be cool. Yeah, we really need to get more sponsors. But I'd like to thank our guest being on the show, Nick. Nick, do you want to plug your channel again? And you have a Twitter or anything else?
Yeah,
for
I've
people to follow you?
got all of the. I don't have such an epic list of places that you can find me, but kind of the main ones, obviously YouTube / Game with the Guys video. I have GameWithTheGuys.com, on Facebook / Game with the Guys, and on Twitter @Game with the Guys. But the best place is always going to be YouTube. If I can get 1 subscriber from coming on with you guys, that's a win for me. So
Hell yeah, man.
Hey, no, we're here to promote. As soon as the show goes live tomorrow, I'm sure we'll have all that information up on our website as well to give
Awesome.
to Eric. So you should be in good hands. So I want to thank you for coming on the show, and I look forward to watching your channel. And hopefully, I'm actually starting to think I want to bring you on to an episode of Arcade Bros that we were just talking about video games. So
well, I would love to do a live stream with you guys. If we do Twitch, I've got equipment. We can do a little crossover stuff. I think it's something that'd be fun in the future.
I love that idea. So,
Okay, cool.
But Matthew, where can people find you?
At Matthew Renfro. 2 T's.
Is that on Twitter?
Yeah.
Is that on Instagram?
Fuck yeah.
Oh my God, you're all over the place.
I'm me.
And of course, you can find me at Stephen Mooney Jr. on the Twitter and S Mooney Jr. on the Instagram. And don't forget to check out our Facebook page. Give us a like at sociallyawkward.com and all these other great stuff. And until next time, kiddos, you need to tap that sass. And without further ado, we'll have our great closing out song, which we forgot last week because Eric was not on the ball. But that's it. Woo! I have to wait for this thing to load.
Bye, guys.
Thanks again.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks, don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out.